clothing line, right? And you call Alibaba, they're gonna put you in with another manufacturing, and they'll be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna give you each t-shirt at $1 a pop, but you gotta buy 1,000. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
now you pay you that's your contract. You pay you buy 1,000. Guess what? That your product doesn't stop there. They're gonna kill you on the shipping of that shit, nigga. So the shipping is going to be way more money than the actual product. The logistic. So at the time it comes here, the homie is going to go take it to the warehouse. They're gonna imprint the t-shirt, put the logos, whatever, pam, 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 boom. You still gotta get a location. I gotta hit you across the head, son. I don't want to hit you across the head, but I gotta make a profit. And they say they want to make at least between 30 to 80% profit, like it depending what they're selling.
But that's the ridiculous part because even Walmart don't request 80, 30 to 80% profit. And
But you
that's why
gotta
black
remember
people,
the bomb
Walmart is
Walmart
Walmart, man.
and Walmart power is that Walmart buys and sells in
Yeah.
bulk, like
yeah,
bulk,
Yeah.
because they got
but
so
it,
much different locations. They could afford to do that shit.
right,
You
but
know what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying is we like black people, like you ever went to a garage sale and it's this wealthy community and then there's a couple of blacks there, but all these whites. They'll sell you shit for like $1 or 50 cents. And then I go to this black family and she bought the dress. She claims I bought it for $80.
They almost want
5
like
years
eighty
ago, and
percent.
she
They want
still
like
wants
90%.
fucking yeah, she
Yeah,
wants 90%
yeah.
of that fucking dress.
90%
Everybody
of
else
it
I
was
selling
worth.
think
it
it's
for a
I think
dollar.
it's
Yeah.
violating, but I understand that they need it.
There
And
is
shout
But
no
out to DJ
understanding. It's
Genesis.
not business wise. That's why our black boutiques don't work. Right? They
no,
always go out
but
of business. You cannot expect to make 80% profit.
Hey
no, but
Nobody.
DJ.
this is where you're going wrong, Sherry, right?
I'm going wrong.
Walmart. Okay, I'm
Right.
explaining to you right this, right? Like Walmart, a better example is Walmart and a bodega, right? You go to the bodega, they selling you one bag of chip for $1. You
Hmm.
can go to Walmart and buy a big old pack of, I think it's 12. I buy that for my kids, 12 or 14, something like that, for $2.50. Walmart can afford give you that because they buy them by the millions. So they don't worry about the margin no more. They're selling by big bulks. The little bodega, they need every single penny they can because everything's following them. That's the point.
Mm.
No, listen, you're not thinking about this correctly, right? If I, the small person who just went to Walmart to buy them bags of chips, I don't have to store it anywhere because I could just go to Walmart and continue. I can make a profit without trying to
But
make a 80%
bomb,
profit.
how long you gonna take to make a profit if you're buying in small amount? 'Cause remember the price change. The more you buy, the lower you pay per unit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's why they're going through Alibaba to get a shirt that would cost $20. They only pay $1 for. But then they're raising this $1 shirt to like $80 in our black stores. And
God
that's
damn, I
why
don't
they
know about that shit. That is
no, that's
extreme.
what they're doing. Yes. They take that dollar shirt, they put their print on it, and then they want $80. That's what the black boutiques are doing.
I'm
Hey,
not listen.
Because
I'm old as hell, but do y'all remember when it was a basketball player, right? I don't know what his name was. And remember we had the Mike Jordans and they were going real high. And then this one basketball player created a whole store selling his shoes for like 20 bucks a piece.
that's
And
Stephen Marbury. That's his name. It's Stephen Marbury. That's his
he
name.
made a whole like a actual place, and all these shoes were like whatever, and people were flocking to that. And but then what happened to that? Why did it stop though? Why did people stop going to his store, and why that shut down, and why people go back to Michael Jordan?
can I?
Because Jordan is swag.
It's marketing. It's marketing too. You can't just put in your product out is half of the not even half. You know what I'm saying? Marketing is damn near the majority of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Marketing and selling your product. So Shaq was just bad business. It is what it is, you know.
Shaq
Can
made
I?
millions. I don't know what y'all talking about.
No, I'm talking about the shoes.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm
what I'm
saying?
talking about. He
Okay,
made millions
hold
off
on.
his
Now
shoes.
let me
But it
ask
didn't
you a
Mm.
question.
continue. It ain't
So,
continue.
so then you have Kanye West that's using Shopify to create his t-shirts, right? Through the Printify app. and he was selling them for $20 a piece through that whole thing, and sold billions of T-shirts. Right, that's how he became back a billionaire. Right, or millions of T-shirts. He became back a billionaire just based on parading his wife around naked. They went to his website, bought a bunch of swastika T-shirts.
That's not how he got back to be a billionaire.
Yeah,
Was that from his
He
Shopify
settled.
website?
Wait,
No,
one
he
mic.
didn't. He settled his dispute with who he had the true contract with. Was it Adidas or Fila? Was Adidas, right? That's where the Jesus
Adidas.
come now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adidas.
he settled his dispute with Adidas, and now he got his his rights to his own shoes. That's why he became back a billionaire, man. Get the story correct, yo.
But no, but hold on. That before he actually sold all those things off of his website.
Yes, yes, they just settled
you
that.
become a billionaire by selling 1,000,000 shirts. That don't even equal. And plus, if you
No,
use
if you're selling them at
If you're
no,
selling for $1,000 a piece, you can.
no, he had like
well,
what
she said $20.
hold on. He had they were $20 a piece on
But
his
yeah, let me run
website
to the bathroom real quick.
on the Shopify website. And
got you,
he
D.
had over, I think, 300 some odd million people following him on Twitter. And all those people went and bought, if half of those people went and bought those shirts off of his
That's not how that works, man.
That still don't equal that way. And Printify, right? Who he was using, Shopify, right? We're having somebody else printing up. He's only making like a few like a couple of dollars, $1 a shirt. That's it. If he did it through them like that.
He making money, yo. It's pretty simple. It's because of the shoes, man. He got control back of his company with the Jesus, man. Simple as that. It wasn't no goddamn teachers, man.
Right, they definitely know
No. Wait. Real quick. Sister Bombshay has a point. For example, like there was a line in Jay-Z's song.
He made 40 million in one day. So I don't know what y'all talking about. In
He
one
didn't
day,
make no $40 million in no one day.
just go on
Okay,
Google.
That doesn't mean
listen,
that's what he made. That just means that
DJ.
he could have sold
That's
$40 million worth of shirt, but he didn't make that.
Oh,
hey, listen. I'm willing to give you that. You say back to be a billionaire with a B. Do you know how many $40 million you have to have?
A lot. I'll show you.
At least like 6 months in a row. He did that.
He made that in one day, 40 million
Jesus
in one
Christ.
day, bro.
And I say I'm willing to give you that. And you got it. Do you know how many $40 million days you need to have to be a billionaire?
A whole shitload, a lot. He didn't sell that many. Plus, on top of that, she said the shirts was going for $20. He don't have enough followers to become a billionaire selling shirts at $20. And the people he working with, they charging damn near 17.
It only takes 25 days to make $1 billion.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm
Oh,
talking
my
about
God.
the numbers you mentioned. Don't add up.
That's only a month of making $40 million a day.
Hey, real quick.
Use your, hold on one second. Use your head. Yes, use your head. I need you to use your, I was exaggerating, of course. I say my point was that it takes a long time. Use your head.
It don't. It's
Do
not.
you, I need you to use your head. Do you think that this man, that he going to sell this amount of shirts every day?
It's not just shirts. He had shoes and everything on his website was $20. He had shoes. He had shirts.
Man, you got it, man. You got it. Yeah, I see.
He said he sold $40 million worth of product in 24 hours, right? So that's 24 hours, $40 million. Okay, now give it a month. That's $1 billion. $1 billion.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you got it. You got it, man. You got it. Yeah, you're right. You got it.
Hey,
40 times 25 is what?
Hey, people, real quick. Can I, like, please, real quick, because I want to get back to my picture, because before we get too far, right? Hey, DJ, if it's okay, I swear on life, dog, it's only like 60 seconds, bro. Like, because it has everything to do with what we talking about when it comes to, like, name brand and fashion. Can I present
you bought a share or something?
If it's okay, it's one short, bro, and it's
Go,
on topic.
right,
all right, bet. I'm about to
it's
YouTube
YouTube friendly, right? As long as we YouTube.
No, of course. So here we go, right here. I'm just gonna play this, and then I want everybody to respond to this because I do come from this. Go ahead, Brody. It's on you.
Lot of money to look good. I have seen people who only wear labels and still look cheap. You can put on all the labels you want to. If you don't know how to dress with no label, you won't know how to dress with any label. I grew up with nothing. I had to make it work. I know how to do my own braids, my own makeup. I know how to style myself. I know how to do all the things. You know why? Because I told God, if I never get a team, teach me how to do me so that I never have to lack in the things that I need to show up for. Stop waiting for somebody to show you how to do you. This is why when they come, they are only an addition to what you need. You already know what it needs to look like. You have to have a lot of money to look good.
So
And
my whole thing is like when we think about like when you said the bags are fake. I mean, when people say the bags are fake, when you're saying like really they're not. But at the end of the day, I don't know how many times in my life growing up, bro. Like I said, I was spoiled, but I was spoiled with love. And one thing I do know is that my people's always made sure that I was clean, I was decent. You know, once upon a time, we grew up to this old saying that went, it's not the clothes that make the man, it's the man that make the clothes, or the woman, if you want to say, right? However you want to word it.
Mhm.
So when I listen to stuff like this, just to, just make sure I want you to know I'm on par with it. Yeah, dog, like we can talk all this label stuff all we want and everything, but like I noticed that people are so asphyxiated on what this says right here, as opposed to like, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird, but rock out.
I
there's
agree.
a lot
But
of
back in the day, it wasn't
go
like
ahead, bro.
that, right? Black people wasn't about labels. I remember when they started bringing this label thing about it, around my Adidas and my Kango and, rap. Actually, rap was the beginning of the labeling. And other than that, black people used to come up with their own individual styles.
And you know
And
what, Bomb? As soon as we started getting into labels, that's why my peoples never allowed me to have Eddie Bauer or Jordans or Starter because they thought I'd get shot for it.
I
That's
want to
yeah,
know
they used to get shot for.
Genesis
get
I got
shot
Genesis.
the
for that
first
shit.
starter
Wait,
pack
wait a
ever
minute, wait a
in
minute,
high
yeah.
school.
Wait a minute, yeah.
My
Genesis,
bad.
when you was talking about the Kanye stuff, what was the point you was trying to make?
I was trying to make the point that he was able to like create a website, and that website alone was able to generate enough money to generate him enough wealth. I thought it was the thing that got him closer to his billionaire status, but people said no, it was because of his catalog. He got access to his catalog.
Yeah, yeah. And plus any average person won't be able to do it like that.
Yes,
You
he's
know what
a
I'm saying?
famous dude with a
Right.
catalog
Yeah,
already.
that's a
That's
factor.
the only reason he can start a website and have a major group of people going there.
Yeah, cause them print on demand sites like Spotify and shit, Shopify and shit like that, they take a big cut out of that shit.
Hell
Whereas
yeah.
if you had your own
Twenty-seven
warehouse and you
percent.
bought it, yeah, and if you bought in bulk, you have way more of a profit. You know what I'm saying? If you
So
buy
you
your
think he
shit
was
in
being
bulk.
lazy? Because I'm trying to figure out why he didn't just
Nah,
like.
he just did it because he could leverage. He could do that because he already got a name, so he didn't have to. But for one of us who ain't got that big of a name, we selling our shit on print on demand. We not gonna make as high of a profit margin, nowhere close to Kanye West, because them people is taking their money first. You know, they get paid first, and then you get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And if the shirt, they tell you how much the stuff costs before you even go put your price to it. So, for
Mhm.
instance, a soft regular shirt with nothing on it might be like $20, and then that's why people not making any money, right? Because if they offer the shirt at $30, but they ain't really have to do anything, who wants to buy a T-shirt for $30? A lot of people, some right, dummies will buy a T-shirt for $30. You gotta be out of your mind when you could go and create that same shirt in today's society with all the stuff that's out there.
And this is what I'm saying earlier, Bomb. A lot of people today brag about being consumers. They brag about to me, that is bragging of being a sucker, because people
Right.
don't brag when they go to the liquor store and buy the bottle. They brag when they go to the club and get tax paid. They don't brag about when they bought these clothes on sale. They brag about how they shit when they overpay for this shit. Like I know people that would, let's say you own a I don't let's say you own a Coogee sweater, right? And that shit costs like, probably now it costs like 1,500, but when you bought it, it was 3 bands. Most people would brag about it costing 3 bands instead of bragging about getting a deal. So I think we're not proud of getting deals. We proud of being consumers. We proud of being gotten. Proud of being suckers. That
You
shit is weird.
facts.
So
That's
what do you think about Macklemore when he came out with "I'm about to pop some tags"? Only got $20 in my pocket. You think that they
That's
like
cool,
that?
but that wasn't. That's
you
cool,
right.
but I
You
fuck
right.
with that shit. Go
Okay,
ahead, man.
so you're right, because when I try to show people how to make their own alcohol, right? I'm showing you how to make your own wine and things, or I'm showing you how to make your own clothes, you know. And people be like, nah, I don't want to learn
They
that.
think it's some broke shit. They think it's some broke shit to create and sell. That shit is
Right.
crazy to me.
My,
It's
Show
like,
me
no,
how to make
it's
some
like
beer.
back in the
My-
days. Look at this. It's like back in the days, all the rappers rapped about selling dope and all that shit. And I'm not glorifying it, and I'm not gonna say that I'm innocent or none of that shit. But nowadays, people is rapping about being fiends.
making that, yeah.
Beer is easy to make. People just don't want to do it, right? You might not drink it if you know how they make that shit, but they got beer kits, wine kits, all kinds of kits.
Yeah, bomb.
Yeah, my
trying to-
grandpa and my uncles, they know how to make their own. They made their own liquor actually.
Nigga, in
Yeah.
the south is hella moonshine. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't fucking with no.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up. I tried moonshine before, bro. That shit fucked me up, bro. That shit is too fucking. It's too rough, man.
I make some
Too
wine
strong.
that'll be just as strong, and it's definitely stronger than anything in the store.
Yeah.
And you
In
know what's
Colombia, we got this alcohol that my people's make. It's called aguardiente. Nigga, that shit tastes good as fuck. But 2 shots of that shit, nigga, gonna knock you out, nigga. You better have some pussy around too, so you can knock her ass down.
Police! Police! Police!
They're free to
Lord.
green to the stage.
Lord
This
have
nigga
mercy.
knocking bitches, knocking chicks out. I don't want to use profanity.
Right.
My auntie Bomb Sherry is here, even though she be cussing people out.
What's up, everybody? How everybody day is?
What's
That's
good,
What's
free?
going on, Free Green?
Hey, I just want to say
Happy
briefly,
Easter
real
day,
quick.
everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
it's
it's
Easter
Easter.
already?
Oh wow, I didn't
Happy
know.
Easter.
Okay, happy Easter. Now I just want to say, you know what's crazy about real moonshine? I knew it was real moonshine, and my buddy gave it to me from down south, and he said, "Taste this," and it don't taste like liquor. You know, like that burn. It's a weird, smooth, like it don't taste nothing like liquor, but it's it's wild.
Don't,
So that's
don't get me wrong. I
That's
had
the
some
shit I
harsh
get you.
ones. I had
That's
some
more
harsh
like-
ones, but I had some smooth ones, but I definitely had some harsh ones, bro. I'm
and you
talking
had
about
more of the Everclear like junk. You had that 190 shit.
the shit I had to make you grow chest hair, make a woman grow chest
Yeah.
hair. Furthermore, I ain't even gonna-
Bro, you can run your car off of some of this shit. Real talk, like that shit is
I'm
real
drinking.
deal. Like
Yeah.
like lighter fluid.
You know what's so crazy is that I was trying to grow a garden and I threw all these I don't know what I'm doing, so I put all these seeds into this one little pot, like every seed known to man, right? Because I didn't know how to do it. I just put them all in one pot. And it created a weed that actually is good for it created a weed that was good for high blood pressure. So I think that even when you try to plant and stuff, it'll go based on what the vibe is around your house.
Wait
It's
a
weird.
minute. You said you put all these seeds in one place, and it created what?
Like a weed. It created like this weed.
No, that shit don't work like that, baby.
Yeah,
It made,
I don't know.
it
about
made
that.
it made it. I swear, I go outside and show you it. It
So
made
you
it.
put different seeds and it made up, and they all made one plant. There's different seeds from different plants. I'm trying to figure
It grew into a weed that's like growing.
I don't know. Use a mad scientist. You gotta
That's
teach
It
me
turned
this.
into like this weed. I don't know why.
That weed was gonna grow in that soil already.
Oh, that's I lost my.
Hope you smoke that
I'm
weed.
kinda like but it's actually like this weed that's called something weed or whatever, and it's good for high blood pressure if you like make a tea out of it. But I was like, okay, well, that's like the house, like creating its own
I
environment.
think you're talking about the BHC. You know, weed comes in. It's not just THC. You got BHC,
No,
AHC.
not the
Oh, she
actual
was talking
weed.
about
Like,
that kind of weed.
She ain't
She
talking
talking
about
about
weed. She talking about
My
like
bad.
unwanted weed as an unwanted
Oh,
vegetation.
you talking
man.
about the gas station shit? My bad, shout.
no, not even
No, she
that.
talking about weed, bro. She talking about like if you're growing flowers and you see crabgrass
like
or some shit.
grass.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
it
Right.
wasn't crabgrass.
Weeds. My
yeah,
bad.
like
I spoke too
unwanted
much. I should shut
plants.
up. I should
Yeah,
shut up.
not
No,
the good
I
I
kind.
mean,
forgot
It's
those.
not the
kind
good
of
Not the
kind.
good weed. Not the good weed.
like it turned into something that was growing outside of the thing, and it was growing.
No, I
DJ
got you. I got
Genesis,
you. I
DJ
got you.
Genesis. Let's in reality, right? The whatever sees you through, either that grew or weeds that was gonna already grew. But you didn't throw a bunch of different seeds and it created a new like I don't understand.
Yeah, that
Okay,
don't
No, that's a
maybe
natural thing. And
Get
you gotta
some
understand
giants
something.
climb down that motherfucker.
I thought that maybe it like created something or some
No,
kind of
no, no, no. Let
No,
me
it
mind.
ask
don't
you this. Let
work
me ask
like
you a
that. For
question. Do
you to
you have
create
land?
for you to
Huh?
You got
create
land? Go
for
ahead.
you to
I'm
create a
listening.
new plant, for you to create a new plant, you gotta do something like budding or grafting. Like
It
budding
wasn't a
is
new
Yep.
when
plant. It wasn't a new plant. It was a
Okay.
because I looked it up on like line to see what this was growing out of this plant thing, and it was a certain kind of weed that was in was good for high blood pressure, but it really wasn't like a good
But
so
if
to
it was
speak.
good for high blood pressure, you would have had a name. You wouldn't be calling it a weed. It would be an actual
Oh no,
some
it's a weed. A lot of weeds are good for like different things. Like dandelions are weed, but
no,
it's
Yep.
dandelions are not weeds.
yeah they
They
are.
are technically a
No,
weed.
they are not
They're just really
Yes,
technically.
they
pretty.
are.
They
No,
are.
Weed.
They
but they are
are.
not. People been
Weeds
eating
are based upon listen, bamboo is considered a weed.
Listen, is it considered weed today?
Yeah, it's a consider because it's about the multiplication. See, that's why I asked her, do you
you
have
see
land?
this
Like, for
thing,
example,
y'all are
I got
tripping.
forest.
Go
I
ahead.
got forest out back, right? So my point is it could grow from a distance away, and it's an underground thing. It could stretch all the way to where you are, is my
Yes,
point.
I have land. I do have land, but whatever happened is I planted this stuff and it turned into something else. It wasn't what I planted.
It probably came from a distance in your
Check this out.
in
A
New Hampshire,
weed,
bro.
look, weed is not a group of plant or some shit. You can't say dandelion. We anything could be a weed then. You know what I'm saying? A plant that is
cilantro
not
can be weed.
valued. Fact.
Listen,
If you plant bananas and fucking sage or mint leaves start growing, you could call that a weed because that's not what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly that.
in agriculture science back in high school and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was an agriculture student too and shit. Like weed, the definition for weed was just unwanted vegetation, like anything that you ain't want on your crop bed
Invasive,
or in
yes.
your facts. That's what a
But
Invasive,
weed is.
yes.
You know what I
so
mean?
the idea that somebody mentioned that dandelions are weeds, right, is meaning
But
that
dandelions can be invasive to
no.
your yard if
Listen,
you
first
want
of
a
all,
nice.
I don't know why I can't finish, right?
My bad.
Because
If you want
just
Kentucky blue,
because
then that's
they
gonna be invasive.
just because basil is invasive, like there are many things. Thyme, right? If one seed dropped, it will grow everywhere. That doesn't mean it's a weed. But I get it.
I see
Dandelions,
what
by
Bomb
the
said.
way, is one of the best things to make a salad with. They make dandelion
But
wine.
dandelion is considered a weed, though.
No,
No,
but
it's not.
technically she's right because if a plant don't got value, like we ain't got no use for it, then we consider it a weed. But if
That's true.
dandelion and all these things got these properties, or the thing that you was talking about that got some properties to cure something, is not a weed because it's a valued plant. It's not
Okay,
some
can
shit.
I show my
That
screen
is
real
true.
quick?
That's true.
Just because we have lost the information about growing in the earth, and somebody told us we pull it up. But I'm telling you, you can make wine if you use dandelions. They use that to survive during a certain time, a period in our history when they didn't have no real food and meat.
Okay, so yes, dandelions are considered weeds, particularly in lawns and gardens because they can spread rapidly and aggressively, often out competing other plants. However, they also have numerous benefits. So a lot of weeds that we think are weeds have benefits, like
I'm sorry. Let's read that again. Yes, dandelions are generally considered weeds, particularly in where lawns and gardens where they don't want them. So yes, anything that
It
you
didn't
don't
say
want,
the way they don't want them. It said
yeah, it says that. It says
That's what I just said. The key word is aggressively, rapidly, and aggressively.
that's right.
Those are the
It
key
says it.
words.
Like
But
we
look
don't
at
know how
this.
to
That's
read
this
it.
is why we got it. This is why sometimes we got it. Look, no, dandelions are not always weeds. Sometimes it could be considered weeds if you don't got no use for them. But for somebody that use them for medicinal purposes, they're not weeds. They're not all. The only time a plant is considered weeds is when it don't got no value to the person or it was unwanted. It was unwanted where it was grown at. It wasn't, you didn't intend it to grow in your garden. No, it's a weed. But if you using it for shit, it's not a weed. And a lot of people use dandelions. There's a lot of gardeners that don't consider that shit a weed. It's
But
not
So
Doc,
are we
always a weed.
going by
but Doc,
DJ what
Municipal.
it is, or what we can? So are we going by what it actually is, or what the benefits are, or not?
Doc, I'm smoking some weed. Is that valuable? We gotta
Right.
stop calling this shit weed then.
Yeah, that's
Right.
valuable.
That real shit
We
though.
gotta find another name, goddamn it.
The police call it weed.
I mean, we
They
did.
don't-
It was called reefer.
Oh, we're going back to reefer, goddamn. I'm
or
smoking some
ganja.
reefer.
You know what
Goddamn.
I'm saying? That
The dandelions are good for sicknesses, right? They have medicinal reasons, and they are tasty in salads. And we wouldn't know that. You know why? Because we think that they're weeds. So I don't know why we think that, right? Somebody told you it's weed and you pulled it up and threw it away instead of using it. But if you have a cold when you use it, you'll see the usefulness of it. So yes, black people though, that's what I'm saying. We are repeating things that we've heard from others, but all we have to do is look that up and you'll see that yes, it has medicinal purposes and you can eat it and drink tea from it.
I'm fixing to show y'all this weed that's grown in the back of my yard. Give me
Okay,
one.
well, you know, I grow. You know, like you said, you not a gardener or anything like that. Every year I have a garden. Like I'm on here showing people how to grow with hydroponics with water now. When you know what I mean? Grow
but this
in
you
your-
want. This is you, DJ Genesis. Yeah, I think this probably from my phone. Let me drop
All
this.
right, because I want to show y'all this. Okay, so hold on, let me see if I can like figure out how to show y'all this.
Yeah, don't dox yourself. But weed is relative to who is whether somebody got used for it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Because you
all
might
right.
see
So my
basil.
backyard. Can y'all see this?
Yeah, we could see you. Let me put
See
you in the
that?
summer gen.
Well,
Let
we
me put you in
yeah,
the
we
summer
see
gen.
dark.
Y'all see this?
Kinda. Yeah.
That grew when I put plants into. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I looked it up and it was supposed to be like healthy or whatever this is.
Damn, all that shit came out of one pot.
Yeah.
If you can
Yeah,
get
but you got to go to the roots because I
I
see.
can't see the leaves of it. I
Yes,
got
it
the
looks.
petals is
That
what's
don't look like
important.
no weed. That look like a whole. Did you grow some basil or what did you grow? And I'll tell you exactly.
I put like all type of like stuff in there, like different you know, I don't
Different
even know.
seeds.
I just seeds and stuff and it turned out like
But
this.
DJ Genesis, I just want you to know one of them seeds grew that. You can't
Yeah,
put a
it grew
bunch
that.
of different seeds and create a new plant. That's not how it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What was
So
you
it's
trying
not
to
like that.
grow?
It just made
Yeah,
itself.
that's
It's
not a
something.
hybrid. Yeah,
Yeah, it
because
don't work
what
that
you're
way.
talking about is a hybrid. That's not a hybrid. No.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
That's
Was you
one of
trying
them
to grow
seeds.
vegetables or some flowers?
Some vegetables.
No, that
So
looked
what?
like something like basil. Well, it's not basil. Leaves too small. Like thyme. You
Cause see, I have a fig tree right here. That's a fig
And you
tree,
could probably use that for
and
seasoning, but I don't know what else you could use it for. You know
I
what I'm
have a
saying?
persimmon tree right here,
mhm.
and some roses. And then I tried to make something over here, and that stuff. I was waiting for something to happen with it, and it turned into this. So, but I
Yeah,
looked it up online, and it was like that's supposed to be like some special thing. I don't know.
no,
It's supposed to be like good.
no,
Do
yeah.
you did you
Go
do you
look
know the
further
name of
into
it? Have you
Yeah,
looked up the
yeah.
name of it and how do you grow it and
That's
what the
definitely not
seeds
a
look
weed.
like? You
That's a
might have
tree.
planted that by accident.
I
Look like
I
a
don't know.
bonsai tree.
Weeds don't have stems like that, like branches.
Yeah, exactly. That looks
Like a
that looks
bonsai tree.
that looks more azalea.
That look like you could trim it and all of that shit. That
Yeah,
don't look like
exactly.
weed.
Yeah,
You know what
that
I'm
looks
saying?
more azalea like. I got
Genesis,
an
that
azalea
shit look
So
like
I
you
looked it
need
up.
to
It
pull
said
it
it was
up.
a weed. It said it was a weed. It was a
Go
weed.
on and pull it
It was
out
a
the
weed.
Weeds don't
ground,
make
Genesis.
branches.
Start over. Get you some tomatoes and make sure
He
you see
says
tomatoes
not
on the pack.
And you can't
Yeah,
just
that
throw
might be
seeds in one area and hope that they grow, because some seeds will deplete the nutrients from the soil where other seeds won't grow or kill them. So you got to know where you're growing things, and they got to be so far apart because they will smother the other plants. So whatever it probably kills the other stuff that you put down there.
Yeah. That's what most
That's
likely
not a
happened.
weed though. That's definitely not a weed.
That's what most likely happened. There's no way you planting a bunch of seeds and coming up with a new plant. You know what I'm saying that's not how that.
That's what it looked like to me, like a whole new species or something. And I looked it up, and it was like it's supposed to help.
DJ Genesis, you got to get you some of these here. See that right there? Get you some stock.
Wait. Let me put you in the summer.
Well, did you start them from seed, or is that where you bought them?
No, I started from seeds.
Okay,
See,
yeah.
I went on Amazon.
Pretty
right
green
here,
is
see,
right,
these my
baby.
cucumbers. See my
Let me see.
Oh, I love
cucumbers?
cucumbers.
Yeah.
I have like eight different which cucumbers that I'm growing, and I have all the, I have thyme, basil, a couple of different basils. I'm doing watermelon and cantaloupe. I'm doing a couple of different watermelons, and then tomatoes. I have like 5 different tomatoes, and lettuce and stuff like that. It's too late for me to grow that because it's getting warm soon.
When you eat this stuff, when you eat your own stuff that you grow, that shit is a whole different level of feeling.
It's a whole different flavor, y'all. Right? Because you get the tomatoes when they ripen. Any tomatoes you buy in the store, they were green when they got taken off the vine. And then they ripen through the transportation and all of that, which means they're not the sweetest they can be. They was taken off the vine before they can get all that sweetness. But if you grow one tomato plant, I promise you, you will start at all them cucumbers. Them goddamn cucumbers are so goddamn good. Am I right, Frida Green?
Yes, you are. See how they start, volunteers. This for the soil that you just wet it and it puff up.
Yeah, I got a video showing people how to do that, but guess what? There's a cheaper way to do that, Frida Green. Keep them cells, right? The little cells. Sometimes they come in 72 or whatever, and use a cotton ball. I show people how to get them plants growing with just a cotton ball. Put your seed on it and water. You don't even need that
Right.
soil.
That's
That
how
soil
we
that has no nutrients in it. It's worthless, really. So,
all right, so
it's just something for the roots to grab hold to, right?
When you started, like how Bomb said, it sprouts out faster. You know what I'm saying? And you could
Yes.
just put it in the soil after.
Yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna show y'all what I did. All right, I'm gonna show y'all. You see this Heaven's 10-year garden survival seed pack?
Yeah.
That's what I got. I got that. So I got that. Like the survival, and it's supposed to be all these vegetables and stuff, but it turned into that. So
yeah, because you didn't grow them right. You can't just grow them all in one bed.
I paid like
I don't even think
for
she planted that shit, bro.
You sprinkle some fiber powder.
She just throw that shit in the backyard.
I paid $59, and then
That look like what we use before we go work out. That look like a pre-workout jar.
Right.
She throw that shit in the backyard to put some water.
I ain't gonna hold you, DJ Genesis. That shit that grow was gonna grow regardless. You ain't even planted that shit that's growing outside.
Nah,
That shit couldn't come from this.
Yeah,
it's supposed to have corn and tomatoes and.
That shit is not on that list. None that plant don't look like none of that shit.
No,
Hey, nah. But you know what's wild?
How many different thing of seeds is it?
How many seeds is it?
No, how many different types of seeds?
It's 25,000 non-GMO.
No. That's
no. How much different seeds
how many
you had?
different, like tomatoes?
I don't know. I just put them into the thing and
Damn, they done rip you off.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make some vegetables, and so I bought.
So you just boiled.
So but this is not like it's non-GMO, and I paid like $60 for it, and then it turned out into that. So
yeah, but what does non-GMO mean to you? Because it really don't mean nothing. Right?
It's not genetically modified. GMO,
right.
genetically modified.
And they put that on everything because people think that means something to them. Doesn't mean much of nothing.
It means something a little bit, but it's misleading for the most part because a lot of them stuff is still genetically modified. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what? You mean you talking about seeds?
Yeah, because
Shit,
It
like,
grows
if
in
somebody
there,
said
right?
like bomb is like if somebody said non-GMO corn. Corn
Right.
is GMO in itself already. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's like we made that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. The ones that won't say non-GMO are the ones they create, right? I want a watermelon that's gonna grow in my area, right? But a different watermelon, the regular watermelon from years and years and years ago won't grow in my area. I don't have enough growing time because it gets cold up here. So that's when they modify things so it can resist bugs and resist certain things, right? So we want those things, but you're right, it's misleading. So people think, oh, let me stay away from the GMO.
Yeah, a lot of the labeling is misleading. It's like when people say 100% juice. Like what the fuck is juice? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Juice don't mean it's 100% fruit. It's 100% juice, and when you read the label, it got concentrate because they made juice. We make juice. Juice don't necessarily mean from a fruit. But one
Right.
thing I would say, they even selling GMO seeds because even with people that grow bud and shit, they got a shit named autoflower seeds. You know what I'm saying? The seeds is pre-germinated, so it grows faster. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So yeah, and you're right about the juice. I told people that a couple of weeks ago, right? You go to buy apple juice and it says 100% juice, but it does not say 100% apple juice. It just says 100%. So they done mix grape juice and all kinds of shit in there, or like you said, from concentrate from other things, tomato juice and all, and added it and sold it to you. You know which one pissed me off? I was gonna sue their ass. It
Yeah.
used to be called Simply Orange. I bought
Yeah.
my kids growing up. Simply Orange is not even fucking orange juice, y'all.
Right. It's not. It's damn sure ain't.
That is wild.
I should have
Damn
sued the
sure
shit
ain't.
out of them.
I used to thought Sunny D was orange, but that shit don't
No.
even.
Oh, Sonny D.
No, if you eat an orange and you drink Sunny D, that shit do not even taste no way close to an orange.
Bro,
That is
Exactly.
crazy.
I grew up with them with oranges in my yard, bro. We used to like go and grab them bitches, and my mama had that little thing that you just cut them in half and you squish it on it, and the juice
Mm.
fall down it.
Yeah, the squeezer.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's real orange juice. This shit you buy at the store, it don't come close.
man.
Tropicana now, Tropicana kind of come close, but
Hell
you
no.
still taste the water in the shit. It's too much water in it.
Yeah, Tropicana is it's concentrate. And it's nothing but water because they freeze it. So you're right though. It might be a little juice, right? And then by the time they freeze it, and now we got all these water particles in it, and it tastes watered down. It don't taste nothing like orange juice neither.
Right.
It don't taste nothing like orange. And what I was telling people, if you imagine buying orange juice for real, 100% orange juice, you know how many oranges that take to make that?
For real though. Because
Yes.
they take a bunch to make a glass.
Just to make
Yeah,
the glass.
yeah.
So imagine buying a whole 2 liter or something like that. You're gonna spend a lot of money on some shit like that.
If it was real, if it was real
If it was
orange.
100%
Right.
juice,
That's
orange
why they
juice.
got to cut it with the water. They got to, they got to get their profit from somewhere.
That is wild, bro. You know what's crazy? Sometimes you buy water and the water get ingredients on the fucking label, bro. Like that is crazy. Like why do water get
It's
labels
that
with
food
shit on
use
it?
shit. People be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I
that's
got the best water," and on it, it has some other, like you said, other things in there, right? But water's supposed to be water. People buying what is called, baby, in this area when we buy from Walmart when it's not spring water.
Purified.
It's purified water, which
Distilled.
means it's the water that's in your sink, y'all. That's all it means.
right,
They
right.
purified
Yeah.
it for you. Yes.
That purified water, I'll drink a couple bottles of that shit and still be thirsty. You know what I'm saying?
It just go through a couple of extra filters. That's it.
Yep.
No, it don't go through no extra filters.
Probably put something in it to purify it. Like they put some sort of chemicals in the shit to purify it because it's purified water. As a matter of fact, there's alkaline water, there's spring water, and there's purified. It's a bunch of different waters you buy when you go to the store.
Yep.
And don't forget
Distilled.
about distilled.
Yeah, you got distilled water.
Well,
What is
Man.
called?
all of that.
Distilled.
Distilled
Oh,
water.
distilled. So it's a distilled water, baby. Isn't that just
It's just sink water that don't smell like it.
Look at this right now.
when they boil it?
Yeah,
Watch
that's
this,
all.
right?
It's
Distilled water
just
is
been
just
boiled.
boiled water.
Yeah, it's just boiled water.
Yeah,
this, right?
distilled.
Watch this. I got this water, right? And right here is all the fucking ingredients, bro. Look at this shit right here. From here to here.
When did water have any extra ingredients
That's
besides
what I'm
like,
saying, bro. That's
like
what I'm
since
saying.
when, bruh?
Like they're trying to fuck us up in the name of preserving shit to make more bread, bro.
Do you know what's so wild? Oh my gosh, I gotta say this. I shit y'all not. All right, because I like to like fake be funny. I like for the longest, I'm talking about since a teenager. I always had this joke where I said, one day I'm going to come up with the greatest invention. It's going to be called diet water. Who'd ever think?
People will buy that shit though. Just buy
No,
that.
but I'm saying, like, when I say diet water, it was a joke. The joke is nothing's in water. How do you make diet water? You know, like a diet Pepsi, less sugar,
right.
less. So my point is, now that he's telling me all of this stuff is in water, that damn joke popped up in my head. That's crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. People will buy it because diet cola or soda, Pepsi.
Mhm.
That shit is more harmful to people than the regular.
Than the
Pepsi
regular
Cola.
shit. That's a fact.
Yes, it's all a trick, yo. And when they changed everything in our country to corn, high fructose corn syrup. That's why everybody got these bellies. Y'all even notice that even the people go to the gym and shit, they still be having that belly deposit in
You
their
know this thing, bomb? People be thinking is the fatty foods is the fucking sugar.
It's the sugar.
These
Yeah.
people
We
put
don't
sugar
do
in
sugar
everything
because-
they give us. Facts.
because our body don't know what to do with corn, right? Y'all know that, right? When you eat corn, when you use the bathroom, you look in the toilet, it's in there.
Yeah, we don't drain no nutrients from it. This is why our body let this shit out just like it come in, because we can't do nothing with it.
It came but everything in this country has that in it, corn in it. That's what they use as a sweetener in everything.
But see, hold on. But see,
Fructose corn syrup.
Corn syrup. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. But Sister Bomb, when you say it's not as good, one argument can be made, because just as much as we say sugar isn't good for you, you know what else we found out that was giving all of us in particular cancer? Those pink packets of like Splenda and what's the other one?
Yeah, but
so the
sugar
artificial
is good for
sweetener that's supposed to be the diet version was found out to be just as worse.
But that's what's in the diet. So what I'm saying, sugar is good for you, right? Sugar
On certain levels, yes.
No. On all levels of sweeteners, the most healthier thing, except that stevia, right, is a plant also. But corn, our body can't process. Sugar comes from sugar cane.
Do you mean agave?
Agave is also a plant.
Agave
Stevia,
is
they got
healthier than
different
honey.
ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Agave is honey.
And sugar cane is, you're right about sugar cane. We export a lot of sugar in back where I'm from. Sugar cane is where they make this sugar from.
And it's the difference between brown sugar and white sugar.
Well, now they dye the sugar, bro.
Yeah, they
dye
dye
the sugar brown.
For real?
Wait.
Yeah.
Hell
No.
yeah.
No,
The best bet is to buy the sugar, the pure sugar, the pure cane sugar.
No. Brown sugar is made because they add what's that brown syrup. So
molasses.
They add molasses and that would turn it brown. Okay.
But when it comes out the process though, it's not white though, Bomb.
What's not white?
The
Sugar.
When they
It's brown. It's like a golden color.
When they squeeze the juice out the cane and they do the process of it, they bleach it at the end to make it white.
No, I
It's not
agree.
white.
No, sugar has like a very light tan color.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So when they process it though, it turns white when they add something to it. So that's why you got to get natural sugar. And then there's this other bullshit that's, if you go and look at it, if you go look at the ingredients, you're gonna see they added other things to it in order to make it last longer. That's what they add and all this shit.
Right,
To it.
the preservative.
Right,
exactly.
and that's what turning it, and that's what make it bad also.
Right.
See,
because
Police! Police! Police!
Let's let Fantastic to the stage.
Yo, what up?
You're
yo,
what up, Fantastic?
Y'all
What's
got it,
going
man.
on?
What
Hey, what's
about
up?
the honey? A lot of the honey, like organic honey, when you all right, look at this, right? That bottle of honey with a bear in it, is that shit real or is that some
no,
bullshit?
no,
Yeah, that's
no,
fake.
no,
That's not honey.
no. That's not no. Honey's way thicker.
Yeah,
That is
Way
crazy, bro.
thicker.
and very
No.
expensive in this country.
Yes, it is.
Raw
Very
honey and manuka honey is like you got to get like the non-processed shit. But honey is
Yeah.
really good for you though. That's the
Yeah,
only.
it is good.
That's,
For you.
yeah, that's the absolute best sweetener for you to use because your body breaks it down in a different way. It causes a whole lot of other good stuff.
It
Real
helps
honey.
with sicknesses too. Honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard them bees, baby. That's why they're trying to save them because you know they going extinct.
You know, bees are actually also real quick good for cancer treatment therapy. They're the buzzing. They're using that for actually treat cancer. Go ahead, Fantastic. I ain't wanna. It just brought that. My bad.
No,
brother.
I'm just in the convo. I got it. This is what I'm.
So the honey, so they cut in the honey, or is the honey just some new synthetic shit that they making? It's not even honey at all.
No. So yeah, most of it, like anything, is processed. Once you process it, it takes away a lot of the enzymes and shit from it, right? So you want it as natural and as raw as you possibly can get it, because then, like you I know down here, like down south, a lot you see people that actually sell the fresh honey or the real honey with the comb still in it. So you want shit like that because and it's a real good thing too for like allergies. So they tell you if you got like real bad allergies, instead of like Benadryl and shit like that, if you can get natural honey, raw honey from that area,
From the
your
area,
body will, because you make honey from the pollen. So you take some of the honey and it'll make your, what I'm saying, you get used to that pollen of that area and cut down on the allergies and shit.
So when they tampering with all this stuff, right? Because a lot of there's a lot of conspiracies like, oh, they trying to thin in the population and stuff like that, right? You think that is it, or they just adding preservatives so they could make more money by having the product longer? You know what I'm saying? Or they just probably cutting it to stretch it? Like, what's the main motive y'all think for all the synthetic shit?
It's both of them. It's both of them. You two process. So for them to make money and then at the same time, some eugenics type shit. So yeah, like you said, like I was talking about
eugenics because they can't control who eating what. You know what I mean? And
I mean, they low key can, because especially if you put a lot of stuff on Snap, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't get real healthy shit using stamps. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, do y'all think that eugenics really exists? Because
they just don't buy that because it's cheaper. So you buy the cheaper shit that's got all of the artificial sweeteners and all the bad shit in it, and the fat and the trans fats and all the other shit.
that's only because they're lazy, right? Because you could buy the natural shit like I do when I was getting stamps, and I cook. Or you could go and buy this pre-processed bullshit that you throw in the microwave.
Exactly.
So,
that's what it is too. Everything's quick. So yeah, it's like that's why it's twofold, because most people are not cooking nothing. Nobody's buying raw chicken, raw beef, and cooking what's name. They getting the fucking, they getting
the ready-made patties. Yeah.
DoorDash and Instacart and DoorDash.
That too. Yeah, and fucking
I
don't even know how that shit ever happened, man. We so fucking lazy. Motherfuckers won't even go get their own food now.
Hey, listen. Can I say something to that,
like
please?
that,
Please.
Fantastic.
I want to say something to that real quick.
Come here. They got cars. Why they don't just drive right there around the corner?
I'm gonna tell y'all something right now.
Because COVID started all that shit.
COVID did do that.
One thing growing up, right, to what even Brother Fantastic said, absolutely. I dread the day of thinking of a complete stranger bringing me my like tomatoes, bananas. Bruh, I gotta go there and touch and feel and smell and see. I shake watermelons and shit. Bruh, you don't understand. It's a whole process to buying produce and certain like bread. I don't know, nigga. I don't want you giving me the one from the front. Reach in the back where they fresh.
Right.
Shells.
But
Like, let's be for real, dog.
Listen,
I don't want I gotta go get my own stuff, bro.
If I'm picking up your Instacart,
right? We don't
peep
eat
this bomb. If I'm taking somebody's Instacart,
you're not gonna take the time.
No, I'm trying to get as much as I can, as much
Yep.
Instacarts as I can. So
Yep.
people snatching
Okay,
the first
so
thing.
this is my thing though, black people, right? We don't eat from just anybody, and yet we do, right? We allowing anybody to go grab our food, bring it to us. We don't know who cooking it in these restaurants. We don't know what they're doing to the food before we, right? Why are we doing that? That shit is dangerous.
That's
Why
why
won't
you
we
look
just
at the reviews. See how much
people
stars
are
they got.
spitting? I saw a video where a man
I
was
think it's
bringing a drink.
convenience though. You gotta you
Convenience
gotta remember,
versus
bomb. A lot of people, a lot of young people is the people who's doing that shit, and a lot of young people is on some convenience shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying?
convenient from. It's not like they in between jobs and they gotta hurry up and grab it. They want to sit at home and what be on YouTube or video games instead of going making sure that their food
You know
is
why
healthy.
I do it? I do it. Okay. The reason why I do it is I know if I walk into Walmart or Kroger and try to buy something, I'm gonna go in there wanting to spend $20 and I'm gonna end up coming out with like $300 groceries thing.
That is irresponsible because I ain't gonna hold you having them deliver your shit. You gotta spend more bread, and plus they're gonna pick the beat up bananas, the beat up watermelon. They're gonna pick you the
Yep.
fucked up
Yep.
shit. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Because the store
Facts,
No,
put that
bruh.
shit at the front.
Facts,
The
bruh.
store put that shit in front to get rid of that shit. I ain't
they
even
don't
gonna.
even get it from the front. They don't get it from the store. They have their own like Instacart and all those things have a
Nah,
No,
the
different
they
stores
section.
don't.
out
They
here,
go
You
nah,
go
around
in
the
the
store,
and
store.
shop
nah, the
just
stores
like
have
you
a
would
whole
shop.
section for them. They got a whole section for them now. At least where I'm at in the DMV, it's a whole section when you go in the grocery store. It's like all these shelves with pre-ordered bags, just like DoorDash or whatever, whatever to pick up your groceries. So your order for everything you want is on a shelf with everybody else's order, and
That
they
is
just
That's
come
crazy.
and
right.
get shit one by
Yep.
one.
Police! Police!
But they
That little uncle man.
but they got all the stuff out the regular store though, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
go
no, no,
through.
no. It's in that store. It's just they
Oh,
go
okay.
pick all your stuff and they put everybody's bag on there. That's all it is. You know what
Well,
I'm
What's
no,
saying?
up,
I
everybody?
heard that they have an actual like their own warehouse where they get the
Hell no, girl. That's at the regular
Yeah.
store. They all these places don't have no warehouses. Walmart. What warehouse in Walmart?
What's up, everybody? Hey, I want to say real quick, y'all gotta stop with this selective outrage bullshit, yo. Y'all be out here raw dogging sex, acting like y'all care about what the fuck y'all eat.
We're
Y'all
not
gotta
talking about
stop
sex.
this shit.
Bro,
At
You
you
said
first
just
you
what?
said
left, bro. Why
we
you still in
was
the
We was
talking
story?
about
having a
sex,
great conversation. Beautiful. Great
right?
conversation. And here it comes. Here the
Y'all
bullshit.
don't
Angry
even
man
care
was
about
just talking about the nigga shit, bro. You know what I'm
Here the
saying? So
y'all.
bullshit.
Nah, fuck that. Y'all don't
here you
even care
come.
about AIDS no more, like HIV.
honey, I
Y'all.
raw
Yeah, he
dog a
drinking.
rose. I don't even have sex. I
Yeah,
raw
whoa,
dog a
whoa,
rose.
whoa,
Okay, I
whoa,
raw
whoa,
dog
whoa,
Oh,
a
that
whoa.
rose.
rose
TMI,
Who was
girl.
TMI,
that? Who was
Yeah.
that?
No,
TMI.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Sis.
Who was
Let
that?
him
Wait, what?
let him talk
Yeah,
himself
that's
to
what I'm
sleep.
talking about. That's what
Nah,
I'm
but
talking
nah, you know
about.
what's crazy though, man? Like
Yo,
the new niggas, they really own that shit, bro. Nigga said that shit like last month, and I was like, nigga, what?
a
I was like,
nigga
what?
said to me, I could just go take prep. I said, what?
Yeah. I was like, what?
Nah, that is insane. That
The
is
women,
fucking
that's a
insane.
Which
woman who
doctor? I'm
thought she
telling you,
had.
which
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr.
no,
Ron.
I just gonna real quick. Hey, which doctor? I'm telling you, like the young motherfuckers and shit, bro, and motherfuckers where this shit is, bro. They just like, hey, yeah, I'll take the pill, shit, or
You know why
undetectable.
though? It's fantastic. They ain't seen them commercials we seen growing up, and they ain't seen them pictures that they showed us in school. That's why
Yeah,
them
no,
niggas.
hey,
I agree.
They don't
Hey,
give a
I hit
fuck.
the wall.
So,
I got a
so,
rose. I hit the wall. Okay, there we go. Rose.
I mean, all these
so,
chicks got roses. I wish I
so
could have invested in
Hey,
the
I
rose
was
back in
just
the
hey
day.
DJ. That's
I
wild. I
saw
was
a
just gonna
video
say
just
pull that up.
recently. I saw a
This
video just
nigga
recently
said,
where the young woman was told that she had an STD, which was I think HP, what it was, herpes. She was more afraid when she thought she had herpes, but it was false, right? A false negative. But then she got told the next 6 months later that she was HIV positive, and
God
she had no
damn.
concern at all. She wasn't even worried.
Yeah, she
So it
said, "Oh
goes.
yeah, you can still have
No, no,
kids. You can still do this. You can still do." I'm like, "We
no,
still do
bro.
what?"
Witch doctor, you got to do a show on this shit, bro. Because there was a woman in an interview talking about, oh, one, they don't want to disclose it because it's undetected, and she smiled. I was like, yo, 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 yo. What do you mean undetectable? Like, I guess that's what that prep shit does. Is like, so it goes undetected. Like, you got to do a show on this shit. Like, these women are really not only
"I'm
women. You know, niggas
scared,
ain't
bro.
gonna say shit. these women are really online talking about, oh, I can't believe this man didn't want to date me only because I had HIV. What? Man, yeah,
Nah,
y'all didn't
nobody
see.
never. Nah, she ain't sitting. Nah, that's not.
I'll put it on everything.
Right now.
I'll
Hey,
put it on
right
everything.
now. Hold on, I
That's
got
true.
you.
That's true.
It was a street interview where
Yeah, I got it. I got it right here.
Thank you. I don't make none of this shit up.
I'm about to share you fantastic.
Yeah, listen, I
don't make none of this shit up.
We believe that some people said that, right? Just like the man who was just giving it away, right? He positive and he having all these sex with OnlyFans women, right?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Gucci third leg or something?
Yeah, third leg.
He didn't have HIV. He
had herpes.
Nah. He got found out. He was slinging that dirty D. No, I did a whole 2-part series on his ass.
Yeah, he had herpes, right?
Yeah, he was slinging dirt. Yeah. He got found out. He was saying he was supposed to be he's in the industry, and he found out to be dirty. And the one chick, she was real mad because she did a film with him, and he burnt her during the whole
Yeah,
process.
talking about sexy red baby father.
No.
Or ex or something like that.
You can't be in the industry if you're dirty.
But see,
right?
but
they all got it. Everybody in the industry got the herpes. All the people in the industry got the herpes.
Is this it?
Yeah,
this is it right here. Yep.
In Atlanta for love.
Don't use dating apps in Atlanta.
Why?
Bad idea. The last time I did, I used.
Wait a minute.
Okay, and can I just say his name? KP.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. We went out a couple times. He's checking in on me on Mother's Day, telling my mother Happy Mother's Day.
Yo, mom.
My mom.
You don't have a kid, do you?
No kids. Oh. He was telling my mother Happy Mother's Day.
How long was y'all talking at that point?
It was a couple months.
That's still love bombing, but okay.
Talk that tea.
Fast forward, I'm asking, hey, are we gonna hang out at your place? Whatever. He's like, yeah, but you have to be okay meeting my girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And I disclosed my HIV status to everybody, so he already knew that, right? He's never said a problem or anything, so I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
Wait. Because you equals you.
What?
You heard what you said? That was random as hell.
I know
bro.
this woman, and this is not saying what y'all claim that it's saying.
You're not listening. She literally.
How was it not? No. Bomb.
No,
How
y'all
was
said
it not?
y'all said that she said that he was mad because.
You let the video play.
But I know this woman, so I know that. I know this.
You know this lady.
You don't know nothing because you're wrong. The video
First
ain't
of
been
all,
playing.
I said I know this woman. I have not seen this skit, but I know.
Okay, it's not a skit, but whatever it is, you hadn't seen it, so you don't know.
Okay. He tells all the men her status. I know how she got it. I know everything because I know her.
Okay, well, you didn't heard this part, so let it play
Okay,
out,
so I'm
man.
saying it's a skit. Go ahead.
Well, if you know, how's it skit if you
How's
know
it a
she got
skit?
HIV?
Right? What the fuck?
Go ahead, finish saying.
Oh my god.
Bomb Cherry was on stage.
Okay,
She was holding the camera.
Get your status. So he had money. Okay, he used to play basketball. He traveled around to different places. So he said he had girls in different states where he stopped and stuff. So I just had to be cool with meeting his girlfriend in this state.
Okay. So did she know about you?
He said all the girls know about each other, but he said I was crazy for thinking anything else more romantic because he said he could never date someone with HIV.
Bomb.
What the
and yet they dated.
Yeah,
right?
And he was like all narcissistic.
And yet they dated, right?
They didn't date. They never dated. She thought they were dating.
See, you
The
just
nigga
missed what she just said.
How do she think they're dating?
You
Tell
just
me
missed
how
what
do
she
you-
just said. You
delusional.
keep talking. She
Listen,
said he was narcissistic. He said she said
blame him. The
she
nigga-
just
the
said
nigga
he was
blamed-
narcissistic.
Yeah,
You're not listening,
the nigga
Bob.
basically was
I
like
did.
he ran into her on the dating site, like he said. For 2 months they talked. She never said what talking was. It was just cool or whatever. He kept the bitch at arm's length because she got that motherfucking die slow.
Okay, so just my question. Let's go with what you. I'm not saying you're wrong. So why do you know that she got it because she tells everybody, and then you keep talking to her? The why?
Because Bomb,
He probably didn't want to be that.
Right?
No,
Because
he
they got
probably
that
didn't want to be a
clip and these
dickhead.
men
Well,
don't care.
Bomb, he can still be cordial and nice to the girl.
Right. Exactly.
He's just being a friend. She's a friend. He put a bitch in a friend zone as you
Oh,
should.
they friends. Not so. Wow.
She thinking is more. She
This
thinks
is my
she
point.
told
My
you.
Mom
point-
thinking is
my
more.
point is not
That's
that y'all
it.
wrong. My point is, remember what y'all said before y'all brought this up. Y'all said that they don't care about no diseases. They don't care. They get the prep, right? They've been doing that for
Okay,
a while. The
my
men
point
actually
was on this video right here. She said
listen.
he was a narcissist. You missed that
Okay,
last
I
part.
did hear that.
That was the
Okay,
last
we
part.
know.
They're
I didn't
trying
know
to
you
say
And
that
don't
she
and
bomb.
don't
They're trying to
conflate.
say that
Don't conflate it.
bomb. They're trying to say she got the nerve to call somebody a narcissist for not rocking with that shit. You know
Worried
what I'm
about
saying?
his health.
Exactly.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
saying no, bitch, you got HIV. No, you can't get this dick. No, ma'am.
And this
I
ain't the only
agree.
video. This a whole John Roan TikTok. This a whole
Right.
thing. These
Hell
chicks
I'm
no.
not
like
disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with what y'all saying about that.
It's
What
a
I am
genre on TikTok
what
about
it's
I am
a lot of
saying,
genres, but
what I
anyways,
am
yeah, it's
saying
a lot
is
of bullshit
that
on TikTok.
this woman, right? She speaks out a lot, and there's a lot of men dating her. Remember when I think you the first one that said it. They do not care if they got HIV anymore. They got PrEP. They
These
just want to
YNs,
fuck.
yes.
So they'll take the PrEP. They'll also take chances, and then if they get it, they don't be caring.
Okay, yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, but
That's literally
That's
these
all
young
I was
niggas.
saying.
yeah,
There's a
okay,
lot
yeah.
of niggas out here like
You
that.
saying
Yeah.
something different. So
Yeah.
no, so Bon, that's what I'm saying. We ain't talking about them niggas though. We talking about the nigga that got some sense. So we talking about this situation. So I think you're right though. So you are bringing up a good point as to where a lot of niggas, especially in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, don't give a fuck. So she can
Right.
get dick if she want it. She said, "Hey, I got whatever, but I'm undetectable." Them niggas like, "Hey, give me one of them pills too, and we good to
Exactly.
go." Probably raw. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is violent.
Right.
Exactly.
Listen,
I ain't gonna
This
hold
is
you. A nigga
I
from
ain't
this space did the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to call no
man.
names and shit.
yo, that's crazy.
somebody
Come on, say it. They admit it. These
He
niggas.
admitted
Oh,
it.
y'all know
Yeah.
who? Y'all know who we
He
talking about?
he
He
did it
said
I
he
on
knew.
don't.
purpose.
He
I
said he
don't.
That
knew
man
she
did
had
it
an
on
STD and he
purpose.
still
The
fucked.
man says only the clapper. You know what I'm saying? Fuck
Yeah,
it.
We know
he
y'all
wanted
know
to
who we
see what
talking
it was
about.
like.
That's
There's
crazy.
a man
That's
on my
crazy.
panel who said it's all you got to do is go get shots. And he
Yeah,
he
man,
the
that's
one that
crazy,
told
man.
me
Nah,
that
nah,
it's
man.
something you get black dots in your hands. I was
What?
like,
black
her,
dots on your hand.
Like
that's
that
how
in
he
your
talk.
hand.
Yeah,
That
when you
sound like
Not
syphilis.
no damn STD, baby. There ain't no STD that do that.
That's
yeah,
syphilis.
herpes.
That's
That's some
syphilis. That's
different
not.
shit.
That's not.
Syphilis
Either
my
Nigga said
ass.
that's
syphilis,
fungal
either
infection.
syphilis or herpes. You get black
No,
dots
you
on your
die. No,
hand.
your
That's
ass is
syphilis.
black
That's
dots in my
syphilis.
ass. No.
Yeah,
And this I ain't gonna
syphilis.
lie to y'all. This is just as bad as I TRANNY's talking about your what is it called?
You're
Homophobic.
phobic. You're no, not you're phobic. That phobic.
Yeah, yeah.
What
You're
phobic?
That's
phobic
gonna be the
because
new LGBTQIAD AIDS.
Yeah, yeah, I'm phobic. I'm definitely scared.
no, they say you're phobic because but you have sex with I am a woman. No, you're fucking delusional.
Yeah,
Y'all gotta stop this shit. Let me stop.
yeah,
My
I'm
bad, my bad.
phobic like a
And why?
motherfucker.
And what? And what's wrong with being?
Moral.
Now y'all
Wait a
bringing
minute.
up
Wait a
all
minute.
another.
You know it's
Y'all
fucked
know
up.
Sydney
You
Star.
know it's
My bad.
fucked.
Go
Wait
ahead.
a
Go ahead.
minute. Wait a minute, Unc man. You know it's
These
fucked
men
up. If somebody got a phobia and you still make it's like you victim blaming, you victim shaming. So you're gonna shame me for having a phobia, for having a fear.
That's
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
That's real.
That's crazy, bro.
Any
For
kind of way.
real
They
though.
said Sydney Star. Sydney Star was on. I forget his name. Podcast talking about he she whatever the fuck you want to call him. Used to tuck the balls and meat, and the dude would never know.
He
Now get
told
the
the
fuck
story.
out of
Yeah, he
here.
thought, which is actually it's definitely bullshit.
Get
But
the
a
But
lot
fuck
of
out of
men was
here.
over there with
Every
sickness.
time you we
whoa,
do it from the
whoa,
back.
wait, what?
Y'all gotta stop this shit.
Yeah, man.
You
Listen,
said
listen, bro. I ain't not listen. I'm not believing no nigga that's hitting a nigga that still got his meat attached. Now, if you hit a motherfucker that got the full transition kit where they done cut everything off, nigga, halfway you got it. Hey, you don't. Hey, you know
These
what I mean?
rappers are
fantastic.
hitting
Hey, fantastic. I don't think
these
I've
women.
ever fucked a chick and not just felt down there. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
Just
my
you
ass,
know what
bro.
I'm
I
saying?
ain't never,
Like
bro.
stroke the
I've
clit type
never,
shit.
bro. Oh man, I've never not seen a bitch whole body back to front before I put dick in her,
Flat the
bro.
There
fuck
you
out.
go.
Flat the
There you
fuck
go,
out.
fantastic.
You crazy as
Ever.
fuck. No, baby,
Ever.
we ain't finna,
So
we
you
ain't finna
gotta
do the
reach
double. No,
back. You gotta
we ain't
reach
starting
back.
everything with the lights off. Goddamn it! I need to see what the hell. I gotta inspect. I gotta
That's
inspect
because
that
you a
pussy first.
Scorpio, goddammit.
Yeah, I
Hey,
gotta, I
but
gotta
Nah.
inspect that pussy first. The bitch get
have
one
y'all
hair
ever
bump.
had a girl that only want to give y'all head?
Yeah, of course.
No, I never. I
Mm.
But
never.
That's
I
it
good.
never
always,
had
That's
it
it.
always
a
turn
good
into
one.
something more.
And yeah, always turn into sex. It always
Yeah,
do turn into
But
sex.
what I'm saying
Nah,
is, you know, them
listen.
girls that only get head don't be them
that's the
girls.
appetizer.
Nah. The
But
last time I heard that was in high school. That's it. Yes, in high school. Not as a
Boy,
grown ass
Not
man, my
grown
G.
women.
No. No.
Most grown women
it was
before
two
they
or three
get their
chicks.
pussy, before
Right.
they get his
On the
back blown
head.
up.
Exactly.
On the
Right.
check. You better
I ain't
feel
gonna lie, it
first
was
Cause
two,
then
three
be like,
chicks I
listen, it's
fucked.
for them. Don't get me wrong. Some chicks do get wet from giving you head, but most of the chicks could be like, what's in it for me? I'm just
What's in it
giving
for
you some
me?
top. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
my turn.
But what I'm
I had to,
saying is, you'll get some head before you do all that touching and feeling and shit. So you might have got some head, and then
man,
you
we already
felt it, and
did
be
it.
like, oh
So no, wait. So she fully clothed while you getting head. Both y'all fully clothed. You pulled
Hell
your meat
no.
out the zipper.
No,
You're
no,
diabolical.
baby.
This nigga's
Yeah, they be in the
diabolical.
car
Hey,
doing
wait a
it.
minute.
you
So
get
you ain't never
mad.
got no head while you were driving, man?
Fully clothed for my bitch. Yes, from a strange bitch. No, I already fucked. That's just mandatory. I'm about to
Which
fuck
Doctor,
first.
can you play that video I just sent you on IG?
Is it relevant
Hell
to the
no. You are
conversation?
diabolical, and I'm still got my
Yes,
pants
it
pulled
is.
halfway down, and then I'm still rubbing on that pussy. What we talking about? Road dome. I'm still rubbing on the pussy. What we talking about?
It was trick when he was
I
talking about
got
that
to
shit.
sex so quick. I don't know. We was talking about help.
Oh,
Desk.
that one with Trick.
I want to
Oh, I
hear
love
what
this
Mr.
one.
Fantastic.
No.
Man,
Don't
play
be
the one with
surprised.
Trick.
Don't be
So
surprised.
give me,
Look at
Man,
who
Don't blame
came
it on
he
me,
up.
about to
bomb. It was
like,
a
right.
topic.
man, he
Don't
was
be
Don't
in.
within
surprised.
the topic, bomb. Don't. No, I ain't just start talking about the pussy now.
No, I didn't say you. I said I want to
No,
hear
not
you
you.
talk about food. Like we was talking about food and medicinal things. I thought you was coming up to help with that.
Oh
That's
no,
what
I'm
we
the
want to
king
hear
of
more about.
derailers.
Now we
Yeah, we
on
got off on the
some
side. We
sex shit.
sidetracked. We can move back to it.
I'm talking about fake outrage. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they trying to kill us and shit like that, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
that's Unc Man
don't act
fault.
like y'all. I'm just saying,
It
don't act
is
like y'all mad about the
100%.
food when y'all out here raw dog and shit. One night
Unk
I
stand
ain't
man,
and
why
raw
things
you
dog.
like that.
Unk man,
Yeah,
why you
Don't
brought the
act like y'all care about
sexual
your body.
Unk man,
I
why
didn't,
you brought the sexual deviancy
exactly.
to the
Unc Man
conversation?
definitely
because this
freaky
is
ass.
selective outrage. It's
Freaky ass
selective.
Unc Man start
Y'all
talking
act,
about dick and pussy.
y'all
What's
act like
wrong
y'all
with
care about
But
the
selective
you're the
food.
only
outrage,
one
though?
No,
outraged by it, Unk Man.
don't
You're
act
What's
the
like
wrong
y'all
with
mad about
you're
selective?
the
food when
only
y'all
one.
raw dogging hoes.
Bruh,
What's
Nobody
wrong
been
with
you
saying
selective outrage? Aren't we
you're the
select
only
a
one
lot
who
of shit
came
in
up
our
here
life, bro?
outrageous. You
I'm
We
the
do
came
king
that
of
up
the
with a lot of
derailers.
shit.
outrageous.
I'm the king of the derailers, so you know what I'm saying. I gotta do my thing. You know what I'm
I
saying. You know
mean,
what
we
I'm saying.
always select some shit we like, some shit we don't like. So
I'm just being real with it when I'm saying it's borderline selective. Yes, they're trying to kill us. All this bullshit of food. Y'all don't even know
Bruh, you
I didn't say nobody was trying to kill us.
how many millions of pounds of food we waste a year because the food in stores they want everything to look symmetrical
but you just
and
started
perfect.
complaining about vagina.
Okay, what was that got to do with what I was just
What are
saying?
we
What
doing?
that got to do with?
Wait, what?
See how you just derailed it? See how you just did that?
Aunt
Because I
say
was going
that
back to the
pussy gonna
food.
kill you faster than the food.
I'm just saying, that's my only point. Y'all out here raw dogging shit, and y'all mad about some
Hey,
tomatoes. What
Bro,
the
you
That
fuck?
literally
y'all,
make the
Aunt
No,
you
man,
we
that
literally
don't.
y'all, Aunt
changed
man.
the
I'm
whole. I
on
just
lockdown,
realized
man. I'm
you
on
literally
lock.
changed the whole conversation, bro. That was
Hey,
Can't
insane.
even grow
Unk
tomatoes.
that
Still,
vegan out here
my
eating
garden is full
groceries.
of
That's all
weeds
it
or
is.
some kind of weird thing in it.
You
You
that
could
vegan
grow
that
some
eat the
nice
groceries
tomatoes,
ain't
girl. You have a nice yard over there. What area are you in?
I only eat
terrible.
it when it's musty.
Texas.
Oh hell yeah, girl! You, Jesus Christ, you got a longer growing year. You could grow
Right.
shit. I can't even grow. You could
Lord
grow
G.
like them plum trees. I can't do over here, right? Unless I get a GMO, something they modify with that can handle the cold weather. You could grow apples and oranges
Hey,
and
bomb.
Look, clearly, I can't grow nothing because when I put that in there,
yeah, because you did that shit wrong. You can't just grow
Yeah, you need
everything
some
in
different
one.
fertilizer. You need different
Hey,
fertilizer.
bomb.
Hey, bomb. I'm
Uh-huh.
not gonna lie to
No,
you.
no,
Get
no,
a
no, no,
get a
no, no,
greenhouse. Shut
Unk
the
man,
fuck
please,
up.
bruh. No, please,
Get a
bro. No,
greenhouse.
because
You'll
you
be
like really,
surprised how warm it is in there. Get a
yeah,
greenhouse if you want
bro.
to grow
Okay.
food all year.
What
Get a
does a
greenhouse.
greenhouse do?
It is or a high wind tunnel. It's so warm in there, bomb.
Listen,
You'll be
but
so
I
surprised.
live in areas where it snow. It's still cold outside.
Yeah,
It's
I'm in
still cold.
Ohio. I'm trying to tell you. I'm in Ohio. I got a video with one
Okay,
that the
I
USDA
can
trying to give
only
us.
grow, but I can't grow everything in the greenhouse.
No,
I
you
don't know
The
can.
about.
greenhouse is a
Yeah, I
good
don't
idea. I'm
know.
not saying it's
You
ugly.
can't.
Can.
You
You
gotta
low
have
key
You
heat.
can.
can.
You low key
Yes,
You
you
can.
gotta put heat in that
If you have the
motherfucker.
right
Once you got it right
fertilizer,
substrate
no,
and
you
the right,
can.
yeah.
yeah.
If you
You
got the
can.
right fertilizer, it's warm
Mm-hmm.
enough in there. I'm telling you. It was maybe
Listen,
12
I,
degrees in
I don't
Ohio.
know who y'all think y'all talking to. What the hell y'all talking about, right?
Mom, I'll
It
send you
don't
the
matter if
video.
you in
I got a
Ohio.
video.
They
I'll
got
send it to
certain
you.
things you still fucking can't grow in certain weathers,
Yeah,
even in
certain
the
areas, certain
greenhouse.
climates,
No,
certain
but
climates. Yeah,
That's right. And I don't know why people acting
yeah.
like, oh no, bomb, you just need a fertilizer.
But
Yeah, it's gonna
bomb, you
be.
could
It's
create.
certain
You probably
fertilizer.
can't grow it in
Yeah,
bulk,
create the
bomb, but you could
environment.
create your own. Facts, you could create your own environment.
You can.
Yeah,
What y'all
Get
think
some,
about like collecting
get
rainwater?
some.
Y'all not talking
If
about
it needs
just
to
a
be,
small
if it
greenhouse.
needs
Y'all
to be
talking about
warmer,
big
get a heat
ass.
lamp.
Yes,
but it's
that's
not
right. I
just.
gotta get heat, right?
What y'all think about collecting rainwater? Y'all
I'm
think
saying
that's
if
a
you
good
need
idea?
warmer weather, get a heat lamp.
No, I
Yeah,
agree.
but still,
I gotta
still,
But
it's
do
I'm,
not
both.
I'm
just.
trying to tell you how
It's
warm
not
a
just the heat.
greenhouse
Yeah,
is.
but
It's not just the heat though. It's not just the temperature. It's actual
I'm just
sunlight.
saying, cause she.
that's
Okay, I
right.
Yeah,
got you.
you
I got
do,
you. I
but the
got you. I
thing
got
is,
you.
though, but you
Yes,
could buy
UV.
grow
You can
lights, though.
manipulate that
You could low
with
key get the
with the
grow lights.
fluorescent. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
UV.
Grow light. I already got lights in my house.
Yeah,
Right?
She
but
just talking. She not
Y'all saw
listening.
y'all growing
Hey, let me
something over
hold a
there in
couple of
different
them bitches. I
Texas.
need
What
to
you
grow
growing,
lights.
Bomb? Hold on, Bomb. What you growing over there,
He
bro?
talking about some
Come on,
growing.
come on, come on now.
I've been showing people how to do
We not
gardening.
talking
You
about
acting like
vegetables
I
no
don't
more.
grow
We
a
talking about
garden. I know
something.
exactly what the fuck I'm doing.
Mom, I
Not
got
only
some
that, but I'm growing
seeds,
Hey, she be
Mom.
on that chronic. This makes so much sense now. She be on that
Mom, I'ma
chronic.
send you them seeds with them lights, goddamn it.
You growing them in the house, like that ain't even how you grow
Any
I
vegetables.
know how
first
you
of all,
growing them in the
the
house
only
is not the
things you can
best, though.
grow in
Nothing
a
can be.
house, the only things you first of all, the only things you could grow in the house is greens, right? Because you don't need pollination, right? So do y'all you not understand that I can't grow watermelons in the winter up here? Right?
yeah,
Because there's no fucking bees that gonna take care of my cucumbers and all of that. So what are you talking about?
I don't think you need
Bomb.
bees to
Terrence
do that,
Howard
bro.
be
What the
growing
fuck are you talking
watermelons
about?
on top of
Unless
his
I'm
house.
gonna
What
do
the
some
fuck?
automatic
Let me look this up.
pollinating myself by hand.
Let me see
You
this
can
shit.
buy bees.
Huh?
People
Now I
sell
gotta
bees
buy
these
these.
days.
Now you
No
have to
The
say
bullshit.
fuck?
buy
No, they
these.
do. They sell you. You can buy some bees. I'm dead ass.
Fuck
It's
I'm gonna
these
wild.
buy
niggas.
these and I'm
They
gonna just
sell
put it in a
bees.
cold ass greenhouse, right?
Them
And
bitches
I
go
got
down
some
there in the
wasps. You
snow.
know some wasps? I got like some wasps right outside my
Mom, you
door.
gotta buy the bees some
you
jackets
can't
and
do walk.
everything, goddamn
Somebody done sold her
The
some
moment I walk
bullshit.
out
What
that bitch, they attacking. I got a
the
bunch of
hell?
wasps and all bees, all that stuff right
Well, you
outside my
need
door.
wasps. I think they pollinators too.
All right,
Worms.
they say
Not as much.
bomb. They said most plants can be grown in a greenhouse, but there are a few, right, that don't do well, and this is like because they're nearly impossible to grow in that environment, right? They say
Exactly.
like oak, pine, maple. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like some desert cactus. They got
Coconut.
what is this? What you say,
Wait a
bro?
minute. Are you
Coconut.
talking about a greenhouse
Coconuts,
that
some
I would
apples.
buy, or are you talking about just a greenhouse? Because remember, he's telling me that I can create a greenhouse.
Oh my
So,
God, y'all try to win arguments so bad.
dude,
Y'all be killing
greenhouses.
conversation.
These people are,
Okay,
growing.
okay, I apologize, Bomb Cherry. There's
These
certain
people are
things that
growing
you
their
can't do.
Nah,
marijuana
you asked for
indoors.
that
That is a
energy, Unc man.
greenhouse.
You
Yeah,
asked
you
for that
right. You
energy when
right.
you came up, my nigga. Go ahead, take your lick, my nigga. Take
I
your
take
lick.
my
Go ahead,
L. I
bomb.
take
Go
my
ahead,
Niggas
L.
bomb.
I'm on
crying
mute.
now.
I'm on
Well, I
mute.
can't grow no things in my house because in Texas they just like made it outlawed. You can't even sell CBD up in this
What?
bitch. You can't
You
even
said
sell
CBD.
CBD. Nope.
Nah,
You said
see,
You
you
know,
can't. Some states you can't just sell CBD. You got to
not
go
in
through the
Texas.
workshop.
I
You
mean,
got
I
to go
thought you
through
were
the
about to say a
workshop and
vegetable.
be
You went to
authorized to
CBD.
sell it.
Not
Come on,
no.
man.
Texas
I
just like
know
made
she
a
went
law.
to
You
weed
can't
and
even go.
shit.
You can't even go into like the gas station to get CBD oil or nothing like that.
Oh wow.
They just passed a
Damn.
new law. No CBD.
Oh, they want to control that market,
Oh, they
huh?
want to. They listen. There's too many people like that. They pulling over for weed. It smells like weed up in here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hey, it took me 45 days to clean my system out. I had to take a whatever kind of course, whatever ASAP was SAP. They said weed is 212% more potent these days than it was 10, 15 years ago. That
Yes,
shit
I
Damn
y'all be
believe
right.
that.
smoking,
it
you know,
is.
listen.
It's all
Damn.
Now
synthetic.
now look,
Damn right.
one last
It's
sentence.
all synthetic.
Hmm.
You think it's all synthetic?
Yes, majority of, like you said, the majority of the weed now has been synthetic. It's been genetically modified and
Yeah,
genetically
GMO.
manipulated.
Yes, I agree
Yeah,
with that
and the
part.
majority of
Because they
bud in
mix it
But that's
together.
not
dispensaries.
synthetic
Wait,
though.
wait a minute. The majority of
Yeah,
bud
I
in
thought that was a little different.
dispensaries is hybrids, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Like like
but
we mixing two plants together and
right.
create like
Yeah,
some shit is half sativa, half indica. A lot of
yeah.
these shit is medical, but we just on
that's why I
medication
say
all
it's,
the
that's why I
time.
say it's synthetic because you still
Okay.
you're manipulating the structure of the shit. So I'm not saying synthetic as in like whatever, but I'm saying like when you genetically modify some shit to the point of where you're mixing different strands, you're mixing different shit for it to even they looked at the point of where for so certain different types of weed or whatever, right? Or cannabis, right? Cannabinoids.
Mm.
It supports or it attacks certain parts of your brain. So what they
Mm,
did is
wow.
they multiplied the shit and they added the fucking, like you said, they crossbreed the strains to where it gives you more of the dopamine and more of the fucking reaction in your brain activity to get you fucking hooked on it. The biggest fucking junkies out here
Wow.
weed heads, bro. Weed
you
must.
know what, bro? People
Yeah.
turning weed into some bro.
Yeah, you not
People
finna
turn
diss
weed
the
into
weed
hard
like that,
drugs.
Mr. Fantastic. We not
I
gonna let you
taking it,
get
brother.
away with
No,
that.
wait a minute. Free the green. They turning weed into some hard drug type
Yeah,
shit because
it really
that
is.
dab shit, bro. Like that's too
That's
concentrated,
crazy.
bro.
That
That
shit
shit
is
is too
crazy.
concentrated. You feel like your lungs about to come through your mouth, bro. That shit
Yeah,
is
but it
crazy.
ain't just.
I
But
hate
you
that
got to think
shit.
about the
Coughing and
process
shit.
of the dab, though. They using butane and shit like that to
Yeah,
extract
you can
that
smell
shit
it.
But
from it. So
still,
all of that's
but
still
free
in it,
the
though.
green. Naturally, we would not have weed that concentrated,
I
bro.
just
In
want some
wax
regular
and
weed.
bro,
Hey,
you know how
feel
much
me, Bob? That Reggie
weed.
back in the day, I
You know how
swear to
much.
God, that shit was so much.
Wait a minute. You know how much bud. You know how much
I never
bud you
smoked
gotta
weed
press.
before.
Wait a minute, bomb. You know how much bud you gotta press to get
Get
1 gram
that
of
bud.
wax, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's too much bud, bro.
But
That's
but
drugs, nigga.
But you don't need
but
that
look at
much.
this. Look at
Here's a
this.
question though. Why does weed not smell like it used to smell back in the 70s? It smells like
I swear to
skunks
God.
and like
That's
disgusting
exactly what I was
smell.
about to
Yeah, it's
say.
just
Hey, look.
concentrated.
Because
It's gonna
Hey,
smell.
manipulated,
look.
yeah, they
Hey,
manipulated and they
witch doctor.
concentrated on this thing.
You know what's crazy is your car has filters and shit like that. I'm not saying it's the greatest, but why can I smell what you're smoking 2 cars ahead? That shit, this shit y'all smoking,
Oh
that shit
my
is crazy,
God,
bro.
2 cars
My
and 3 cars
I'm
my
telling
behind.
you,
windows
it's
my
strong.
windows are
Damn.
rolled up and I still can smell that shit 2 cars away.
Oh
Yo,
man, you smoking it too, nigga. You just had to take a
No, not no
Why
45
more.
day
is
I,
it?
break.
I only know, but see, in my defense, I used it to lose weight. See, my body is different. I knew it. I know what I need to do to lose weight. I lost
Even
40
if you do
pounds.
that to lose weight,
I
you
lost
smell like
40
a whole
pounds.
weed scent.
It don't matter,
I lost
nigga. You
40
still
pounds in 2
smoked
months
it.
just
Punk
from
man, why
smoking
we
weed.
can smell the liquor coming through the panel?
that's crazy.
I'm driving.
That is crazy.
Nah, I'm at work right
No,
now.
that
I ain't
that
trying.
that listen, that weed smells
Y'all
bad.
gonna stop trying to make weed sound like it's crack. We
No,
is not gonna
I'm
do
it
that.
trying.
smells
No,
like
Swear
they
to
crack.
trying
God.
to
No,
make,
no,
bro.
no.
They
Swear to
trying to
God, bro.
make it into crack,
It
bro.
smells
I'm telling
That's
you,
terrible,
why
bro.
you
bro.
just
It
smoke the
smells.
flower, leave
Why does
that
it
vape
not
shit
smell like
alone,
sweet?
leave
It
the wax
smells sweet.
alone, leave the moon rock alone, leave
That
all
moon
Right,
that
rock.
bro.
bullshit alone.
That moon
They
rock.
had this stuff
Ooh-wee.
called
What is
gorilla
moon
snot.
rock?
It smells like hell on wheels. It's called gorilla snot or
Just
something.
smoke the flower and you be good.
It
That's it.
smells like hell
Keep
on
it
Like you
old
can't even
school.
wheels
you
and
can't
hell
even
around.
enjoy your weed these days because you cough so much. Like that shit. It's not
Exactly,
even enjoyable.
bro.
They
I'm
called
They
telling
them
you,
say,
out.
"Oh
bro.
no, that's a good thing." They say that's a good thing. You coughing? Oh, that's some good weed right there. I'm like, nigga, I just want to relax and hit this shit and just chill. I'm
God
by the
damn.
time. Come on, man.
Nigga, you
This
got
ain't.
no baby lungs,
Hey,
nigga.
you
Leave
know
it
what?
alone, man.
Listen. You know what I heard though? I
And
did.
you know,
Listen, they
and
have
you
a
know
new
how,
thing.
and you know how them kid, how you know these kids is on drugs, bro. These niggas roll up a whole wood, bro. Pause. A whole backwood
Bruh,
full of
bruh.
that
Backwoods,
same
yeah.
shit
Facts.
that you talking about, nigga. That
Facts.
same
Where they roll up?
concentrated bud
No,
is in a whole
these.
backwood,
But
like
see,
3-5.
this
Oh,
somebody just did a show. I thought somebody just did a show. These little niggas is junkies. Like my nephew, I saw him on Instagram with his little homie pouring some lean in a bottle and shit. Like y'all look corny as fuck. That's literally opioids. Isn't that opioids?
Right.
What the
yes.
fuck is that? Not
Yes.
methamphetamine.
Heron.
It's,
You know what I'm saying?
But
Liquid
no,
No,
check
heron.
yeah,
this
no.
out. Do y'all know
They
that?
dope
What is
You
things.
what
know
is
how
what is
y'all?
They're
lean?
Codeine.
dope things and
Codeine.
they don't want
Codeine.
to admit it.
Codeine.
But hold
Codeine.
on, real quick. I want to tell y'all this. Y'all know how y'all smoke the weed. I don't smoke weed. You know how you hold it in and blow it
Yeah.
out to try to get the higher high. You know they
Yeah.
did a study and they said that really it does not actually do anything to hold it in even harder and stronger and longer. It doesn't actually do anything. That
That's when
like
you
you smoke a
broke and you
cigarette.
smoking.
I
That's
don't know
when you
about
broke.
that.
That's when you broke and you smoking and you think you gotta hold it in to, like, you know what I'm
Hey
saying? Come on, man.
Genesis, you gotta
Yo,
stop. You gotta stop
Let me
yo,
spitting
ask you
on
this.
us,
tolerance
because
going
I,
up,
your
I,
head
I
and
finna
then
don't
be getting
smoke
hey,
weed.
high.
and
Wait a
You
then
minute.
know,
it's
when we
getting
get
so
high, we
bad you
gotta
gotta
tell
smoke
I
ourselves
have a
before you
some
do
kind
question.
of shit.
everything.
I have a
You
question.
know?
So
Before
if
you eat, I
you
gotta smoke. Before I leave the house, I gotta smoke. When I get home,
if
I gotta
you
smoke.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
at work, I
problem.
gotta smoke.
hey,
That's a
if
problem.
you drag, if you know, you got the smoke in you and you blow it in my mouth, can I get high from that, y'all?
Oh, you talking
Yeah.
about a shotgun?
You're supposed to get
Contact.
secondhand high. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
contact.
can.
People can't get
But
high. So
you don't get
secondhand
high
high
off
is
of
real.
holding it in though.
They said
Mm-mm.
one blunt these days is worse than 5 cigarettes. That fucked me up
No.
too.
God
That's
No.
the
damn.
people
Yeah, I don't know
lying,
about
Bro,
bro.
that.
I
They
I
just
don't
don't
took
know.
want
the
weed
I just
legal.
took the course. I had to take the course
They don't
as a
want it
punishment.
legal, bro. So they
Hey,
lying,
no,
bro.
no. For what? No. No, you ain't just gonna say that shit.
Y'all sound like
I'm
drug
trying to tell
addicts.
you what I read. So y'all believe me when I said it's 212% times stronger these days. 212 than it was 10 years ago.
Because
Cigarettes used to
we
have
just
all
had the
kinds of
discussion.
chemicals.
Yeah, they want to
Hey,
mix
hold on,
these
hold on.
hybrids
Hey,
and do
hey,
this, do that.
hey,
Go ahead, bro.
man. Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? Did you know that we also found out that the average cigarette has over 20,000 chemicals in it?
yes,
Now watch this.
I know,
Watch
I
this.
yes,
understand
watch
that. I
that.
understand that.
Let me help you out with something, right? Did you know this? Did you know what keeps like? So you remember back in the days when cigarettes used to like burn houses down, and so now they
Damn.
went on ahead and added a component to cigarettes that allows
Put
them to
itself
go
out.
out, just like you got that good gas with a hemp. If you don't hit it, it'll go out. Watch this.
Yeah.
Do you know what makes cigarettes go out if you don't smoke it anymore?
What is that?
Ground up bones from cadavers.
From
Did
what?
you know
Wow.
it's human bones? Yeah, it's human bone dust. That's ground up human bone cadavers. From cadavers is what keeps
I
us
always
safe.
wonder what happened to them bodies when they be like really
So
like.
you want to still
in
go?
the ground.
And not to mention rat poison. You know, like raid and stuff. So go ahead. You said 5 cigarettes and weed. What?
But also you're
Thinking
wrapping
some
your
shit
weed
that's gonna make me
into
go
a
out
thing
in 2-degree
like an
weather and
actual.
smoke. I don't ever want to
Hey,
use
the
no
day
shit like
is
that.
and
supposed
where
to
the
be
hell did
a
that come from?
celebration of weed. We can't shit on that today. Do it tomorrow.
Oh,
It's
today
420.
420.
It's 420.
Yes, it's 420.
Well,
Come
depending
on,
on where
man.
you
We
at,
can't
it's
do
still
it.
429.
Saturday.
And on Easter, baby.
Yeah, we can't do weed like that. We're gonna get the Easter bunny
Now
high.
let me
Yeah,
ask
hold
y'all.
on, hold on, hold
Let
on.
me
Y'all
ask
can't,
y'all.
come on now. Y'all
What's
can't get,
420?
y'all can't motherfucking celebrate smoking weed on the Lord's resurrection. Now you got to one or the other.
And you know what? That's wild.
Hallelujah.
That's wild.
Even though it ain't got nothing to do with
That's
it.
This
wild.
nigga stupid.
Easter ain't
Now
got
let me
nothing to
ask
do
y'all.
with
No, fantastic. Let me ask you. Let me ask all y'all because this is
bro.
real. Do y'all think weed is a gateway drug? Because you hear it all the time these days.
Yes,
Do you think
yes,
weed
No,
is a gateway drug?
no,
yes,
no,
yes. I've
no,
fucking seen it.
Yes,
Yes,
it
no.
is.
it is.
No, it's not, man. Because you got a lot of people who get on drugs who never use
Fantastic. We
weed.
can go to war. No, it's not.
Bro,
No, sir.
we can go to war, brother. Hey,
Cigarettes
brother,
would be
Not, bro.
cigarettes would be more of a gateway
listen.
drug than
What
fucking
about
weed.
alcohol? What about alcohol? That's the
Oh yes. Oh
Exactly.
initiation
yes.
right there.
Oh yes.
That's the
Alcohol is
gateway.
definitely a drug.
Alcohol is
Oh
the
yes.
deadliest.
Gateway.
Alcohol is one of the deadliest drugs that people don't know is a drug. That's one
Oh
of the
I
only
yes.
agree
things
with that. I
where you
agree
can
I high
with
key
become
that.
think I'm
dependent.
addicted. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
can become you can become alcohol dependent, and if you don't drink alcohol, you can die from it.
That's
Why you
Yeah.
don't
fucking
make
crazy.
why you don't make your own alcohol, LL? Your own wine
I'm not
and
that. I'm
shit.
not that. I'm not that big of a junkie. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
It's
But
I
I'm
like.
it's
just
I
saying
like.
that
first
To,
of all,
you
it's
better.
more
I
natural.
like.
Make wild
I like to
average.
get. Hey, bomb. I like to get that monkey off my back after a long day of work. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Nah,
You
man,
know.
yeah,
But if you
he
Well,
make
that's
drinking
why
that.
you don't smoke
you'll know
cigarettes
what's
till
in it.
clothes.
You'll know
He
what's in it.
drinking that liquor. He drinking
You
that
You
drinking
know what
that
I'm
liquor.
saying?
liquor.
I like
You
to chill
drinking
in the
that
house.
gasoline, man.
Hey, but I can't go to bars and drink. I stay in my house and do that shit. They're cutting liquor at bars. Last time I did that shit, got sick as fuck. I don't order at bars. I don't order at restaurants. If it's not from my house, I don't trust that shit.
What you
Y'all
mean they
putting
cutting it?
anything.
Would they
You
put
even
more
call it
water in it or
Oh
sugar.
yeah,
something?
So
water in
no,
the
no, no.
mug like a
So
motherfucker. Hell yeah, or cheap
not even
shit. Or
water.
they
I'm
just
talking
put the
about
cheap shit in the damn what's the
exactly,
name bottle.
exactly. Like we
Damn.
used to do in college. Like we used to do in college. You would
Yeah,
take a Patron bottle and put some cheap ass Tito's or something in it. You know what I mean?
Bitch
yeah,
put
bro.
E and J in Henderson bottle.
Hell yeah,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying.
Niggas be
Exactly,
drunk.
Yep.
Bro,
exactly. Paul
niggas be
That's
Masson.
drunk.
real
They
shit.
can't tell.
Yep.
Most motherfuckers can't
And
tell the difference between
hey,
liquor,
but
man.
true drunks, we know our drinks. You know what I'm saying? I've called out many bars like, yo, this ain't my shit. This ain't my shit.
They done
Nah,
got
you.
me. I ain't gonna even lie. They done got me.
Yeah,
I don't even
you
like
too
it.
deep in the game if you that.
Right,
Come
bro.
on, man.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
man. I
you know
don't.
your
This ain't
henny,
right.
bro. You know your henny, bro. That's all I'm saying.
You need to go check in. Go check in.
Yeah, bro. Rehab it. You know what I'm saying? Amy Winehouse let you know. You know what I mean?
That nigga
But
gonna be hitting the hand sanitizer soon, bitch.
but check
But
this. This some
wait.
doctor. Check this. This is a after Unk Man. We're gonna play it. But
Real
there's some
quick,
doctors debating if weed is a gateway drug.
why is it a double standard for y'all to make fun of people who drink, but we don't say shit about y'all smoking all the time?
They
Nah,
Why
that's
why
a
is
promote
that?
that.
lie.
What's
People
the,
say that
what's
shit all the. Come on, man.
I
Unk
gotta
Man.
hide
Come
my
on.
no? Why is it a
Listerine
double
from
standard? But go
Oh,
ahead.
Unk
you
Man.
just
People
said
talk
for
about
about
weed
30
smokers
minutes
all the
we
time, bro.
fucked up.
No,
We
hell
the
no.
new
Not like
junkies.
alcoholics.
Bro,
Oh, you just
alcoholics give themselves a bad name. You see how alcoholics be
Yeah,
slurring and shit, bro? Come
yeah.
on, bro.
Drunk
yeah. And,
drivers. No, you're right. You
I ain't
got me.
You
never
see
seen a
how
nigga.
people like don't be doing shit and just be lazy.
Right, I ain't
Touche.
never seen a nigga that just smoke
that's
weed
productive
that
for
just lay on a
society.
bench and shit.
Oh my
You know,
I'm gonna
god.
weed
hold
ain't got
you.
that goddamn bad now.
Right. When I
So,
smoke weed, I get creative, and I gotta do some shit. I'm not just
right,
Big
fact.
facts.
Before
Hey,
Big
I
what
facts.
about
can
y'all
go to
dab? Okay, what
bed.
about
word,
dabs?
word.
What about that? Y'all look like y'all smoking crack when y'all do them dab joints. Y'all
Nigga,
putting
ain't
that
nobody
wax
up
or
here
some shit.
vouching for no dabs, bro. That's
I'm
some
just
young
saying, y'all put
people
that
shit,
wax
bro.
in the pipe and y'all be smoking the fuck out there. I'm like,
Nah, that's some
yo.
crackhead
Nah, you
shit.
got to
And you
roll
sound
my
like
shit,
you on
bro.
meth when you
Nah,
drink Cisco. What's the
I don't
Have you ever
smoke out
seen
of
a nigga?
bongs,
Hey,
none of
one of
that.
y'all just said something about some moon
Cisco.
rock. Moon rock was amazing, but y'all mix moon rock wax with some gorilla snot. Y'all, that's some junky shit to me.
And look at this.
How high
Shout
do
out
you
to
need to
Stock
get?
Posse. Wait a minute. Shout out to the Haitian bandit, right? He said you can't hurt no one smoking at 8. But let someone finish a pint and nigga.
Honey, listen, if you smoke, if you
Facts,
be
I
driving so
say.
slow, listen, let me tell you
Facts.
something. I did the course in about addiction when I had my DWI, and let me tell you something. That they be driving too slow and get hit from behind by them cars. All them weed smokers be
That's true.
driving too slow, paranoid.
That's true. That's true.
No,
That's true.
Semi truck be
That's
just
a
bashing
fact.
them in the back, bro.
For
that
real,
is not a
you
fact,
can
That's a
You're
man.
going
fact.
too
That is a
fast or you're
fact.
going too goddamn slow. So
How
where
often it come on, DJ
damn.
But
James?
that's
How
rare. No,
often
you're
is
right.
that
You're right.
versus how often
That's rare.
somebody drink and wild
that's
out?
because they
Touche.
don't have
Touche.
a weed test to like
No,
test
touche.
if they're not
Touche.
person on
Touche.
weed when they like pull them over. They just say, "Oh, it smelled like weed up in here," but they don't know what made them get in an
I'm trying to
accident.
tell y'all how strong that smell is. And now, like when I do quit smoking, when I don't smoke, because I really don't anymore, because I'm a CDL driver.
Down in the
Y'all don't
hall and
understand. Y'all don't understand how powerful that smell is. Like it borderline stinks. Like when you smoking, cool. But if you don't
That nigga
smoke,
said it
that
stank.
shit.
Come on,
That means it's
I'm
good.
trying.
That
I
means
it
it's
swear to
good.
smells like
God,
a
bro.
skunk, bro. It
it's
smells like a skunk.
Swear
420,
to God, that
bro.
shit
Come
smells crazy.
on. It's
It smells
420,
like
not
a whole
today.
this new
It's
weed
called
don't
a
smell like
skunk. What do you
that.
mean? It's called skunk. You know what I'm
Where,
Play the
saying?
what
video.
happened to
Play
the
the video.
regular
Come
weed
on,
that
come
didn't
on.
smell like that though? Why is
It's
Play
in
everybody
the
Arizona. Go to
yeah.
Arizona and get that mids or Texas. Get
Yeah,
that
that shit
Y'all
back
remember
in
that?
Jamaica.
Y'all remember that
or in
brown ass
Jamaica.
Reggie we used to have 15 years ago? Oh
Yeah,
my God,
Bro,
that shit was
that
transparent.
brown
amazing.
Reggie from Texas that is so, that
smell like
nigga
skunk?
unks look like a 3.5. How it's so compressed, you gotta break it down with a knife. That's that dirt bud, bro.
Man,
Come
Hey,
Reggie
on,
but on
smell
man.
some
like
real
skunk
shit though,
now.
dog, that's all I smoke is Reggie though. I don't even smoke that high grade shit.
Man,
All
you
weed
look, you
smell
about to get
like
me in
I
trouble. I'm
skunk.
know
like, let
how
me
you
get where you
do.
find
If
it.
you're being productive, that is the all you need is because this new bud, bro. This shit is drugs. This shit is
I
medicinal
swear to
shit. You know what I'm
God.
saying?
Yeah, I don't smoke that shit. That shit put you to sleep or have your ass like thinking too goddamn much.
Yeah,
Does it
bro.
help
Hey,
with
I went to
pain?
the
That's what I
hospital
need to
one
know.
time.
Anybody ever use it for pain and it
Yeah, it
works?
help with pain.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Especially
definitely.
indica.
Hell yeah.
Indica
If we
helps with
really,
pain.
if we
And
really want to
I
have the
smoked some weed one
conversation,
time and went to the hospital thinking I was about to die. And then they
Yeah,
told
you
me,
don't
"Oh,
need it. You
you're
need
fine."
to stay sober, DJ Genesis. You already a little bit
Gotta
gone
take
in the
those
Hey,
head.
she
edibles.
must have hit
You
the
need
joint
it.
when she
Yeah,
throwed them seeds back there. She was high
yeah.
there.
You
She
just
throwed them
yeah.
I mean,
seeds
I thought
back
I was
yeah.
there.
having
So
a heart attack, and then they said you're having a heart attack, and I was like, well, yeah, because I was in the elevator, and I was at the emergency room. I'm like, man, I'm having
Bro,
a heart attack, and they're like, no,
Yeah, you
and
need
I
to
you
said,
stay
how do you
can't,
sober,
know I was having
sister.
a heart
bro.
attack?
Don't smoke with
so
DJ Genesis. She have the cops end up. Come on, bro. Like that's
Hey,
Man,
hey,
one
DJ
time they were
Genesis,
smoking
take a
some
whole
weed, and they
eighth
played that goddamn song
shrooms.
where it had a heartbeat, and it started slowing down. It was something from NWA. And honey, I was in the back seat tripping, like thinking that my
yeah,
heart was slowing down, and I was
yeah,
Go
getting
ahead,
don't,
all
stay
weird.
sober.
no weed
Go
for you.
ahead.
Damn, what
So
y'all
no,
was
so the
trying to
thing,
say?
so the whole thing about smoking weed, if you're smoking weed, you're killing more than half of the medicinal purposes that people love talking about. So the best way for you to really get the full benefits of marijuana, cannabinoids, all that shit like that is digesting it. That's why you're supposed to eat it.
Oh,
When
you
you
can
And
eat
eat
it,
now
it.
all that
yeah,
whole
You
weed
don't have
smells
to
like something
dry
in
it. Should it
pores.
be like green or do I have to dry it or anything?
yeah.
well,
You
no,
could
well,
eat
you
it.
know, that's
You
why they
could.
make edibles, right? So it's more so like you said, your body can actually digest and process the stuff, because when you burn it, you literally like say when like you burn anything,
Oh
it's
shit.
like the
Carcinogen.
you getting the byproducts, yeah, carcinogens, and then you're getting the products of it, but you're burning up a lot of the actual beneficial shit versus
Yeah.
the
Okay, that
digestion.
makes sense.
Like
That's
bomb.
why
One
they
of the best
vaporize
way
it.
to
Use the
one of the
vaporizer.
best way to digest it, bomb, is to soak it in some water. Cause
Or
when you
stick it up your
hydrate it,
booty.
wait, no.
Oh my God.
Y'all got it. Hey, good
Yo,
night,
take
man.
her phone,
Good
bro.
night, bro. Y'all
I
have a
see
good
why
night.
you going to the
Bye.
hospital.
Bye.
All right, fantastic.
I
And
see.
I understand. I understand,
I see.
fantastic. But
Information.
I
look at
see why
this.
she going to the hospital.
Look at this. But the best way, bomb, because like a lot of stuff we use, we dry it up for to preserve it. Just like a raisin. The
Right.
best way to digest a raisin is eat it when it was a berry. Because when you eat a raisin, your body takes water from itself to put into that raisin so you could digest that shit like a berry. So when we dry up food, our body use water to use more water just to digest the dried up food because we meant to just eat a bunch of dried up shit. You know what I'm saying? So the
Mhm.
same thing with a bud. You soak it in some water, or I would say the best way is to make some tea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So for pain, right? Because I'm on some strong meds, but I was thinking about going natural with the with the marijuana, I guess, or whatever it's called today.
You gotta echo somebody.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. But so you're saying it does help with pain, and it's best to eat it.
Yeah, it's best to eat it.
Okay.
You'll get high though, but you take a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
You
don't want to get high now. I just want.
That's why you need a little bit. You need a little bit and make some tea. Because the thing about it, people get weed fucked up because most people use it to get high. But weed is actually a medicine. So you make tea with it. You make some edibles, but you don't put as much to get high with. It's just like shrooms. I fucks with the shrooms, right? But a lot of people take shrooms to hallucinate and see shit. But if you microdose with shrooms, it keep your brain clear. Like let's say you seeing like let's say your
You can
vision is
still
tunnel
operate.
vision.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's say you like a horse with the blinders on. When you take shrooms, you get more wider vision. Like you think you know what I'm saying? You more focused
Are you
and
talking
shit.
about like lion's mainstream or like psilocybin?
Lion's mane shrooms and psilocybin. Lion's mane help you with replacing memory cells in your brain, but the other shrooms too they help you in different stuff. Like let's say you don't get a regular bowel movement, you use shrooms that should literally make your body work a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
I heard
So
the
you
same
take
thing about ketamine. If you take it in microdoses, you could like take
eh,
microketamine and like it'll help you
Yeah, I'm
with
too
your
the
scared to
same
do
thing with that
shrooms.
too.
I'm scared of what I see. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, don't take a whole
I
eighth
can't
because
do
you'll
that.
trip out.
Facts. I don't know about the
You
Y'all
shrooms.
know
see
it come
that's
off a couch shit, right? Like
but you
y'all know
don't
the
Yeah.
couch shit.
Wait,
no
what?
A
bro, come
fungus. Y'all
on bro,
eating fungus from cow shit.
that is
Right.
not
So
the
that's
only
like no
place to
bull,
get
not
it.
cow bull.
It's a
Not
fertilizer.
just it has to be
Bro,
a bull.
back home we use cow shit to fertilize plants. So there's mad stuff
Exactly.
coming out of cow shit, bro.
If you
No,
eat
okay,
rice,
so
it's
how you
grown
do it
in
is you take a
a
piece of
shit
cow
patch.
shit, you put it in the closet, and you keep spraying to keep it moisturized, and it'll start growing shrooms on it.
It has to
Nah,
be a
don't
bull.
listen
It
to
can't be
this.
like a regular
Don't
cow.
listen to Unk Man. Don't
No,
take no
shrooms
cow
come
shit.
from
Wait a
Google
a
it.
minute,
bull.
DJ Genesis.
Google
Wait a
it.
minute.
Google it.
Unk Man, you don't take no cow shit and put it in the fucking what are
Closet.
you doing, bro?
You keep
You
it in a
take a
dark place.
listen
You
to
got to
this
keep it
here.
in a dark place.
Listen to this here. You take a mushroom, you take a aluminum foil paper, you put the mushroom cap on the foil paper, you put a glass over it so air don't catch it, and all the
Yeah.
mushroom spurs gonna fall on that aluminum foil paper. You scrape that shit off into some fucking soil, whatever soil you want, and it's moist. Even the cow shit like this nigga talking about, and it's gonna grow from them, but it's not just growing from cow shit because this mushroom got seeds, it got spurs, but it just be under the umbrella, under the mushroom head. You just
Right.
gotta
Right.
extract it. I could teach a class on growing psychedelics, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you,
Have
bro.
y'all tried ashwagandha,
Who is that?
ayahuasca?
I'm trying to tell you what the white boys did when I was in
I
high school.
try
I believe this shit.
ayahuasca too.
Wait,
Ayahuasca is
who?
the first psychedelic I
But
fuck
Have
with.
who's
you? So,
talking? Who's the one
what do
saying
you
they
think
can
about
grow?
ayahuasca?
Wait, I need to. Who was talking when they said they can grow psychedelics?
I could grow
DJ Witch
psychedelic.
Doctor.
Who is that?
Witch Doctor.
You
Witch
said
Which
I.
Doctor.
doctor?
Oh, which doctor? So you know about growing other things like strawberries and stuff and
Oh my
blueberries?
God.
Anything like my parents like where we from, like a lot of people know how to grow stuff. Like we like learning agriculture is like mandatory back home because it's one of the easiest way to get jobs when you finish school by working in agriculture, whether it be on a farm or whatever. So we learn how to grow stuff. Like I could literally graft a fucking tall ass orange tree so it
That's
grow
what I
as
need.
small like a lime tree. All you gotta do is when the you gotta cut it in a V and take
Uh-huh.
up another lime tree that you cut like a pencil, like an arrow, and you
Uh-huh.
stick them together and you seal it with plastic so nothing go into it, and then you're gonna have a miniature size orange
So this is
tree.
my question. This is my question, right? Because I want to learn how to grow trees, but I heard, and I'm not sure if it's true, so you could correct me, that I need to have a male tree and a female tree. They need to be close by, or can I just graft it, or is that not true at all?
You could just graft it, but sometimes it work like that with male and female plants when like in pollination, because pollination is when they when the bees take the pollen grains from the male to the female plant, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
So I can't just have
The
one
bees
of
help
them
the
start,
bees help
right?
the trees to fuck. The trees don't fuck by themselves. The bees let transfer the shit. You know what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying, I can't just put one of them in my yard. I gotta have two, because if there's no other body with a male orange tree, then so
No, you could still do it. You could still do it. It's just that naturally in the wild, that's how they would reproduce. As a matter of fact, I think all the fruit bearing trees is females, right? They just drop a seed and another one grow and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't think you gotta I think
I'm
that's
talking about with the
happens with
oranges,
flowers.
they'll just grow like the orange. I heard that I need that for the fruit to form, right? No?
No, if you plant the seed, you should grow you know what I'm saying? You should grow a orange. I'm not sure what makes the orange tree into a male, because sometimes some shit. I think you could turn the plants into male and female. Like I'm not, that to me that is more with growing flowers. When you're growing with flowers, you got to worry about male and female because you're using the pollen is like smaller. But if you could actually plant the seeds and do everything manually like a farmer, you ain't got to worry about male and female plants like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna
So
lie. The first time I ever heard that male and female plants was with marijuana. You know
Yeah,
the
we're growing
indica,
weed. Facts,
yeah,
facts,
black
facts.
the black
yeah, but
seeds, and then you got the green. Go ahead. My bad, Bob. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead, man.
No, I just said that's the first time I ever heard of it and ever seen it. Cause it's like literally you put it in your hand, like you know you break up that Reggie and the seeds just pop out, or you start smoking and that big it's like a firecracker that pop in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's a seed. You hit a seed. But anyways, that was the first time I ever heard that shit. So this is real interesting. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because they do have male and female plants, and then some of them are, I forget what the term is when they both, right? They have the male and the female within its own
Within the same plant. Yeah,
asexual. I
yeah.
think that's what they call it, right? Asexual or
A
something like that.
hermaphrodite. Oh my bad. I was
It's
stupid.
similar
My
to what
bad.
you're talking about, though. But yeah, that's what like he mentioned, the bees, right? Pollinate. They go from the
Yeah,
male
because
and bring
some
it to the
plants get
female.
male and female part. I think one part is the anther and one part is the stigma. You see, I don't know. I don't know it off of like scientific terms, but one
Right, right.
part, I think the anther is the male part and the stigma is the female part. And bees move the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma, and that's how it causes pollination. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it usually be like from the same plant. They'll move the pollen grains from one part of the plant, the male part, to the female part of the plant.
Yeah, I want to try to grow fruits though in this climate that I'm in, like oranges. And people was telling me you got to have both a male and a female, and I was like, oh my god. And
I
then I
mean,
don't
you
want
got
to wait
YouTube.
10 years for this tree to be big enough and grow some fruit.
10
Right?
years. You better go steal one of them Mexicans fucking
Well, it
trees.
take
What the
like
fuck wrong
50
with you?
years for like a pecan tree.
I will go steal one of
Oh
them
damn,
niggas
I didn't
trees
know that
for you.
shit.
I ain't waiting no
50
10
years is a
years.
long ass time.
I know that's a
Man.
whole lifetime.
Yeah,
But
same thing with a coconut tree. I grew a coconut tree from a coconut,
uh
and it's about 8 years now. It's just starting to grow.
Damn, it never bear nothing.
I mean, no, you talking about bear something. I mean, now it's probably like maybe 6 foot tall, but that's some bitch growing though.
it's
Damn,
growing
bro.
now, huh? In 10
Yeah,
years.
it's rapidly growing now. You
Why
can
you
look
want a
at it and tell.
coconut
Cause
tree?
before I'm
Did-
like, this bitch ain't gonna never grow.
Bro, you sleeping on coconut, bro. Coconut is one of the most versatile plants,
Well,
man.
coconut water, I understand that, but
Nigga, coconut water,
meat.
coconut oil, coconut fiber you could use to,
Yeah.
bro. Coconut is versatile, bro.
yeah, I didn't know
Coconut
all that
saved
shit.
some countries got saved by coconut, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What are you in the States? Which doctor are you? You
Yeah,
have
I'm down here now. I'm in Georgia. I'm down here in
okay.
Georgia.
Cause shit, you got a lot of growing. Do you grow anything, or you don't have a yard, or what's up?
Well, I used to allegedly grow mushrooms. You know what I mean? Allegedly, a lot of mushrooms too. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
out here in Georgia is good weather for growing because it's like hilly. So there's a lot of it's eerie. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. The
Yeah, I
southern
like it
stuff.
out here. I used to live in New York, and best believe there's people that grow stuff in New York, but it's like more indoors. People grow shit on roof
Yeah,
and
it's not a
stuff.
lot of
But I like
space
out
and
here.
shit.
Yeah. I was telling black people, look, we need to if this year, y'all, if you even just grow tomatoes, grow from a seed, and I promise you, you will enjoy it. And if you don't have the space, there's certain things that you grow. I heard that if you grow just microgreens, because the young people are convinced that microgreens give them all these vitamins, which is so false. Because microgreens never go out in the sun to even absorb any vitamins or anything.
Right.
Exactly.
They are just what they call a little after it germinate and then it grows a little bit. What is it called? The
Sprout.
start of flowers. I forget they call it something, but it'll come to me. They don't even get any vitamins, and people are spending a lot of money on them greens, making those salads.
Mm-hmm.
So bean sprouts is heavy. I was
Cut
thinking
out.
about
What does
doing
that
it.
mean?
Yeah, big money. You could sell it to restaurants.
It's some big money bomb growing mushrooms, and not like the psychedelic mushrooms that get you high. I'm talking about we call it parabello, or so the gourmet shrooms that the restaurants pay for. They
Hmm.
don't go and buy it from like Walmart and stuff. They buy it from their own like farmers, local farmers and shit. And them shits got like you don't even need perfect weather. You could control your environment to grow that shit. And the beautiful thing about mushrooms, if I pick mushrooms today, best believe next week I come back, I'm seeing fully grown mushrooms again. This is why a
Yeah.
lot of people who sell psychedelic mushrooms, them niggas is making bread because you pick your crop this week, next
Hmm.
week you got more free crop to, you know what I'm saying? Is it just keep on growing.
Damn.
Hey, real quick, because I'm gonna step off, but I'm gonna stay up. Nah, just because I heard you say that, I had to come back for that. Bomb Cherry, just do this. Look up the real Mario toad mushroom. Just you remember Mario and everything. So like the mushroom toadstool.
Oh, you talking about from the game, Mario?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Wait,
Look
wait,
that up. That's
wait.
that's
What the
you
type
know
in?
how like when listen, yeah. So just type in Mario, like the Mario
Mhm.
mushroom, let's say health fact. Mario mushroom health fact. And
Huh.
watch how you see exactly how Toadstool looks on Mario. Now notice when Mario's small, what does he need to grow? The mushroom. So it's really crazy how expensive it's a delicacy throughout the world, that specific mushroom. But I digress. My mic is muted. Y'all got the floor.
All right, bro. And I want to show y'all this time lapse. This is how somebody's tub look. This is where you grow it in a tub. All of this stuff you see right here is
Mhm.
polyfill. This is the material they use in stuffed animal. It's like cotton, but it's
Yeah.
more breathable. Air pass to it, and you use it to filter the air so the mushrooms don't get contaminated by bacteria that's floating in the air. People smoking, coughing, pets,
Uh-huh.
whatever, vacuuming, shit like that, right? But it's the time lapse how they grow. So they start like this right here. All this white stuff you see is the mycelium, because mycelium is the actual thing. The mushroom is the fruit. People think the mushroom is the plant, but the mushroom is the fruit. The actual creature that the mushroom come from is in the earth. That's this white thing right here.
Right.
So when
Wait a
you
minute.
see,
Pause it for a second. So
mm,
I was asking people like a few weeks ago that when I dug in my ground, it looked like mold, and I was asking them, was it mold? And they
right,
that is what you just mentioned.
it's
That is like,
mycelium.
yeah.
Yeah, and you know this thing bomb. Let's say you get nutrients in your plant in your soil right here.
Hmm.
After that white stuff, the mycelium, it would drain nutrients from your soil and it would travel in the earth to another part of your yard that got nutrients. That white thing you see right here, that
Uh,
shit travels. Literally, is a living thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm
it
about to
looked
say,
like our vessels inside our bodies, like veins. That's what it looked
Hmm.
like. But it reminded me of mold, and because it killed a couple of my trees. My app, my
Facts. It will kill your shit. Yeah, it would drain the nutrients from that shit.
Yeah,
Y'all,
my tomato plants wasn't doing well, and it killed my trees that was there,
Mhm.
bushes.
y'all do know mushroom is not a plant though, right?
No, it's not. Mushrooms breathe oxygen like humans. Plants breathe carbon dioxide, but mushrooms breathe oxygen just like me and you. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, mushroom is another life form that's on Earth. Like we
Mm-hmm.
got
What?
plants. Yeah, we got plants.
Uh-huh.
We got animals. We got bacteria. We got viruses, and then we have what mushrooms are, which is
Fungi.
fungi.
Mm-hmm.
Fungi.
That is the life form. That is the different life form on Earth, and that's what mushrooms are, fungi.
Yep.
And
Okay.
it's a whole bunch of different types of mushrooms.
Damn.
Damn.
Look how them shits be growing. It's like it explode, bro. This day 9, day 10, day 12. This is days. This is how, bro. I'm telling ya. When you grow this shit one time, it'll trip you the fuck out. It'll make you fall in love with growing and being I was obsessed with being on some gardener shit, bro.
And you don't need light or anything.
Nah, you only need light to start it germinating. Because remember now, plants need to know where the light is so they grow in that direction. But it
Right.
don't need light to it don't need light to have photosynthesis because these are plants feed from the light. It's called photosynthesis. This
Mhm.
don't need photosynthesis because, like he said, it's not a plant. It just need the light to know which direction to grow. As a matter of fact, sunlight kills mushrooms. Or if somebody
Exactly.
try to smoke shrooms, they
Mhm.
destroy it and they won't even get high. It's not some shit you smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. That's
Even
why
if
they
you
need
making the
dark
tea,
places, right?
yeah, that's why grow in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Even if you make the tea, you don't want to boil the actual shrooms. You boil the water and then you soak the shrooms in the water because heat kills the medicinal shit inside of it.
We need to learn this kind of stuff. I think it's beneficial.
And dog, all mushrooms are not like psychedelic, right?
Nah, 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 nah. All in that. As a matter of fact, bro, I got some mushrooms, some lion mane. You know what I'm saying? Like if people want to get off coffee, you could drink lion's mane. Just throw it in some tea. It give you the same focus, alertness, ready to go and get shit done. You remembering stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially people who smoke a lot of bud. I would say take some lion mane mushroom and help rebuild like your memory and shit, your memory cells and shit. This shit
Shit, I
called
need to,
Genko too.
I need to forget about
Oh, it's
some of
a
the shit I
ginkgo.
done did.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
Genko extract that should help you with your memory too. There's another plant. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
What gang? What's it called? Gango?
Genko with a
ginkgo.
K. Yeah.
Yeah, they say it's good
Genko
for memory. I heard. Yeah,
yeah.
but see, by the knowledge that like let's say America or go through a lot of bullshit like could happen, but like you'll know what to go get. You'll know what mushrooms to get if somebody gets sick. What type of plants and flowers or herbs that can help sicknesses. We lost that. We people used to know this. But
And
now
Mm-hmm.
we
bomb,
got
how
these
much people
pharmaceutical companies who are using the same exact thing to make their drug.
right? How
Yep.
much people out of 10 people, yeah, I think even know some shit like that could even start a fire and like we said dependent on this shit. If this shit was to go up, a lot of us would we won't be able to survive, bro. You ever seen The Walking Dead and these survival movies? A lot
Mhm.
of people don't be knowing shit, bro. The people who know that should be the valuable ones in them end of the world movies.
Yep.
Right. They the ones that end up in control too, right? Because they know how to
Hmm.
start the fires and gonna
Yep.
make sure everybody gets fed. So yeah,
Them and the people with the guns is who's gonna survive because people with the guns
exactly.
just come and take your shit. You know what I mean? Until you do all the work.
I've been trying to educate, and teach people. Like even when I don't know, we can look it up, right? Because we have the internet.
Hmm.
Find somebody, but we want to be so hooked on what other people doing. Even like you said with the clothes, why aren't we making our own clothes that gonna last you longer? Make sure it stay clean, and and things like that. Instead of buying this fast fashion, which is made of polyester, and by the way, that stuff is in our skin, in our bodies,
You know
affecting.
they get us bomb. They create because I was watching a lot of videos on marketing, right?
Mm,
And this guy say the most genius marketing thing to do is instead of trying to make people buy something, create an environment that they're gonna wanna buy something. and we done create an environment of designer cult. You know what I'm saying? Designer shit. And if you making your own clothes, somebody laugh at you on some, oh, you on some broke shit. So it's like is the culture. If we create, look at and I know I be joking on them Hebrew Israelites, right? Look at the Hebrew Israelite niggas. Them niggas sew their own clothes and they wear that shit because they got a culture around that shit. Look at Nation of Islam. If it was a Nation of Islam bomb, you could have been booming. You could have been making the bow ties and making hella bread because the
I'm making,
culture around that shit. They make
I
the
make
bow
their
ties.
shirts, baby. I'm because they can't have hymns on their shirts, so I put the frill on the shirt for 'em.
Oh, the Hebrew Israelites?
The is that the ones who can't? Yeah,
The fringes, yeah, they wear the
yeah.
fringes on their clothes. Yeah, that's
Somebody
what's
gave me
up.
that idea like 2 years ago, and I've been selling
That's
shirts.
genius, actually. That's
Yeah,
genius, actually. Because they don't give a fuck about designer. They just want the traditional garbs with the fringes on it. You know what I'm saying? A
yeah,
lot of these people back when Sonetta was popping more, a lot of people used to be on the Egyptian shit trying to dress like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they had a couple of people making their clothes, they would have been booming, but you got to create a culture around it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. Maybe this is a good time for Americans though for us to make things right. If we're getting away from China and other name brands, then
Man, I'm
maybe
gonna tell you this from somebody who grew up. I moved to America when I'm 19. One thing I would say, black people in America is sleeping on themselves with that clothing brand shit because you might not know it, but other black people outside of America is gonna shop with you. You know what I'm saying? Dead
yeah,
ass. You know what I mean? You already over here in America, you might as well. I'm surprised more people don't make their own clothing and shit. Yeah, there's factories overseas and shit, but now them China people is giving up the sauce. You could go straight to them, get some shit and sell it. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
like black people is the tastemakers of the world. You know what I'm saying? You start doing some shit like that. We start anything black people start wearing, people gonna fuck with. So it's easy to create a culture around your own clothes. You just gotta start some way. Like let's
Yeah.
say Bomb Cherry make her own clothing line, pay some sort of rapper to make that shit popular. People gonna shop with it, but you just gotta create a culture or a vibe around whatever it is you're selling. You know what I mean?
I don't even need a rapper, right? Because if I'm selling locally, I can just get some teenagers at some of these high schools to start wearing it, and then other teenagers will want it,
Mhm.
and and that's you can survive in your local area that way. But if I can get a rapper to wear it, though, now it's gonna blow up. Wow,
And I
like that.
just use a rapper as a popular person. It could be anybody. Let's say you get Angry Man. I know you mightn't get Angry Man, but let's say you get Angry Man to make a shirt that you know what I'm saying? And a
Mhm.
lot of people podcasting wearing it. More
Yeah,
people in podcasts gonna start wearing it. You just gotta create a culture around your shit. This is almost
no, you're
I
right.
follow this rap group named Griseldo, right? Them niggas sell 5 or 5 type shit. They just open pop-up shops and sell high-end street merch. They selling jackets for like 500 and shit like that. But it's like a 5 or 5 custom made, tailor-made shit. But
Yeah.
people listen to their music and in their music they rock that shit. So their fans buy that shit because they got a culture around their clothing. You know what I mean?
You know where I messed up at? Where I messed up, I be trying to make it affordable, right? Now, when I make it affordable, black people put it in their mind that it's cheap.
It's
That is
cheap.
cheap.
Yes, but
Facts.
if I put
Don't
a
do that.
high price on that shit, then they be wanting it. So I get conflicted because I'm the one who also telling them, hey, don't be spending your money crazy. But I'm the, you know what I mean?
If I
So,
was you, bomb, I would have mixed some affordable stuff. But
mm,
I watched this video named 40 years of business advice I wish I knew in my 20s. This one dude was breaking down hella shit. And one shit that stood out to me, he said, if you a merchant, if you a producer, if you somebody that creates stuff to sell it, always have one high-end product, even if the price is so ridiculous that you think nobody can afford it. Because when you
right,
sell that to one person, you make hella bread than selling a bunch of low price shit to a bunch of people. It'll take you long to eat. Only people like Walmart could afford to sell cheap shit and still eat because they
right.
buy in so much bulk they could do that. But we can't do that shit. We gotta sell some expensive shit. The best thing to do is make your shit quality as fuck to where nobody can deny the price. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just price my stuff because I be thinking, oh, they black. Let me get, when they white, the white people don't care how much my shit is. They buy it, right? It's handmade. They really like what they call something core.
Craftsmanship.
Yeah, they like homemade, and there's some called something core, cottage core. They come up with all these cores. They love it. They'll spend $50 and up easily for just a little pouch.
You be
Okay.
doing like alterations too?
I can, but I don't know. I usually you give me your measurements and I'll make you whatever based on your
Okay.
measurements. Yeah. Hats. I make hats. People buy it's summertime. So what they call them hats? Bucket hats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make them a bag to match or something.
I need me a Free the Green hat, bro. I want you to make it live.
Yeah, I can make a free to green hat.
Yeah, I want to have that thing live, goddamn, so they can see it.
I have an embroidery machine. We can embroider whatever you want on it, or I have a vinyl cutter if you want it in vinyl.
So wait. You do the embroidery in as a service too for other people that doing their clothing brand?
Yeah, if they want it.
Yo, that's so. If I send you like a cutout image, you could literally make the embroidery of that shit.
Yeah.
That's
what kind of format it need to be in? If
well, so I have a brother embroidery machine, so it has to be in PES for me. But if I'm the digitizer, then I'll know. I'll create the format.
When you said P, you mean like Photoshop file?
Yeah, they got so formats. Yeah, everything you do with machines have different extensions, like formats.
Okay.
So like a JPEG, right? A PNG, those are. But for my vinyl cutter, that's gonna be a SVG, and for my brother embroidery machine, it's gonna be PS. But if it's different brand names, their extensions are different. So yeah.
So if I send you a PNG, can you convert it to that to whichever file it need to?
Yeah.
Or if I send you the image, you convert it yourself.
Well, so I would have to digitize it, and yeah, so I would create the file, and then yeah.
Because I could send it with a background.
That's a lot.
I could send it with a background cut out already, like the PNG. You know, the PNG files don't got the background and
Don't
shit.
have the background. Yes.
Okay.
And plus you can have each layer separated, right? Is that good for you to have each layer separated?
Well, that would be better. Like if the layers are separated, then that makes it easier for me to digitize. But it don't have to be, right? I would end up separating it myself.
Okay. Because that shit's...
Yeah, I have an embroidery program, and that shit literally costs over $1,000. I think the whole entire thing ended up being like $3,500.
Yeah.
Okay. These programs are expensive, especially for and embroidery is very expensive, by the way.
Yeah,
it is.
That's why we asking about that shit.
Yeah, it is.
Because one little design can be like 10,000, stitches. That's a small design. We talk about a big design that could easily be 100 and something stitches. Yeah.
Damn.
So that means the embroidery thread and everything is expensive. So that's why I understand homemade costs more, because y'all right, you can't buy it in bulk, but the things that you can't buy in bulk is not like the shirts and stuff, because I can always buy shirts in bulk, right? And really at $1 or less. So I can buy 1,000 shirts off of Alibaba, right? But when it comes to the other things that I need to make an item. Now, if you design everything and you just give it to me to just embroider, oh, that's easy. That's going to be cheaper. But if I have to do the digitizing, it could take me hours, if not days, to digitize one little thing.
So it's something that you gotta manually do, or you just like hit a button and it just does the shit?
No, I got to manually do it.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, there is another program that will do it. So it depends on how complicated the image is, though. Right? You got to remember, they got they got designs with backgrounds and stars, and and then those things are more complicated. But if it's just basic something, then I do have a software and I think I showed people this one software where either separate the colors and do the digitizer for me. But I always still got to go in and clean it up and fix it, And I taught myself this shit, y'all, through YouTube University.
Okay.
YouTube University taught me how to digitize, to make the t-shirts. Right, I have a Cricut. I'm also thinking about getting what they call it, a laser color. But I deal mostly with textiles, like fabrics and things. So that's what I deal mostly with. I don't need a laser cutter for that.
Bon, when the last time you made a quilt?
Or I don't make quotes.
Nah.
No, but I quoted some shit. So there's the process of quoting, and then there's making quotes.
Okay.
So I don't I don't make quotes. Can I make quotes? Yeah. You know how much that'll cost, though? Baby, you can't get nobody make no quote for less than like $1,000.
God damn.
Oh yeah. If you're talking about a quote that'll fit your bed. Now if you're talking about a small little quote for a baby, then that's usually not a quilt, but that's quilting.
Right.
Like a quilt, when I'm making a quilt, they take small little pieces of fabric and sew them together and make all these shapes. That can take a year to make, depending on how big it is. I don't have the patience to be working on one product for no year.
I know that's right.
I can make you a suit, a wedding gown. Like I can do all that in like a week, depending on how detailed it is. But
damn, I did want to do some stuff talking about the black conservative, but I guess we'll talk about that shit tomorrow because I don't even got the energy to go there.
Yeah, I saw you today drink. I was like, damn, how you taking it?
Yeah, man, I was out here doing some fixing up over on my end too. I was multitasking. I was streaming, but I had to I had to do a lot of shit, man. It was a long ass day. I need to get me some sleep. You know what I'm saying? Go and lay next to my chick and shit. You know what I mean?
You can hear mine in the background snoring, right?
Shit. You're gonna put that man on blast, man. Come on, man.
Everybody can hear him all the time, okay? He snores, okay?
That means he ate some good food. You know what I'm saying? He knocked out.
Yeah, Bono made some.
Mine just snoring too. Listen to it.
Listen to it.
That's that
rose. Low battery.
That rose she got over there. Yeah, nothing wrong with it, girl. Hubby bought me a rose too, girl. Okay, it's a little too powerful.
Bomb, you got a rose too there.
Wait, what?
La.
Nothing wrong with adding to the relationship.
Rosed up.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that, Bomb. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And shout out to Anton for becoming a new motherfucking member. Appreciate you. Y'all got anything before we get on up out of here? I'm probably about to send y'all the drip.
I just want to say thank you for having me, Witch Doctor. And one day we need to either have a conversation more about the tree, the agriculture thing. I like that. And either you could come to my channel or I'll come over here.
Oh, I'll pull up. I never pull up on your panel, so I definitely gotta pull up when you live next time and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever. You asked me a question about did I talk about that young man? My streams be very long, so we talk about all kinds of things. So
I know.
Right. It may not be the title, but it'll be in there. And my sister, DJ, is it DJ Genesis?
DJ Genesis.
Yeah, you mentioned that we're going to do a show about creating own products. Whenever you want to do that, let me know.
Hey, listen, hit me up on IG because, I be doing stuff about that conscious stuff, and I really be into that. So, yes.
Okay. And I definitely would like to help you with your garden. You got a nice yard over there, girl. Let's grow some shit. Summer
Yeah,
coming. I'll
y'all,
help.
y'all wrong for making fun of my little weeds and stuff I tried to grow.
Girl, yeah, that weed didn't just pop up out of nowhere. Okay, that's something. And to my brother, Free the Green, I see you over there into it already, baby. You done grew from seed. Seedlings. That's the term I was looking for last time. I see your seedlings growing. What you got them on the grow lights or they outside?
Outside. I got a patio. I keep them in the patio, but in the daytime I put them in the sun. Then I bring them back in.
Yeah.
But I'm about to put them in the pot because they don't got big. So
Yeah, they getting. See, that's why I didn't grow mine earlier. Cause one year I had all these big ass seedlings in my living room on the grow lights. Okay, and I didn't want to do that again this year. But I'm definitely about to start doing everything. I've been showing people how to germinate from in a plastic bag or in a cotton ball. And
That's what we learned in high school.
yeah, see, I didn't learn that in high school, man. Y'all, you you had some education, okay? I'm just
That's
learning from YouTube.
You put in a cup with some cotton, but it sometimes it smells stink though. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what you're growing. But you put in a cotton, you give it some water, it starts sprouting out way faster than if you put it in some soil. I think because it gotta push through the soil. I'm not sure why. I never because I learned it in school. I'm pretty sure if I look it up on YouTube, I'll get way more information than when I learned it in school.
It's the greenhouse effect. So when you put it in the cotton and give it a little water, it keeps the water, and then I put it a top over it. So it's almost like it's in a greenhouse, but it's in this little bowl. And so it sprouts real fast, like a couple of days. Things that might
Yeah.
take weeks is taking a week. Okay. And to my brother, Mr. 77, it's always nice talking to you. You used to have another name because I'm not used to the Mr. 77.
Smitty
That's
Corner.
his name. Okay. There you go. I knew it. I kept trying to think what his other name is. But I had it. I had a great time with y'all tonight. And I want you to know, Dr. Witch Doctor, that pussy, that video, I didn't even know this was your channel because you changed the name.
No, it was this because I got another channel that's DJ Witch Doctor that's just music on it, but this is the channel that I podcast from.
Oh, okay. Because I knew I was subscribed to you, right? And then, but I didn't get the notification. And then people sent me the link to the song, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm subscribed to him." Remember, I was on your. I think I was on your panel once before, early on.
No, I think we was on a panel together, but I don't think it was my panel.
Oh, maybe that's what it could have been. I thought it was you and another man. It was you and the guy, right?
It is I think it was me, Giz. It used to be me, Giz, Nino, and that was a long time ago though. I can't remember who panel was on, but I've been on a panel with you before, but it wasn't this panel.
Oh, okay. Because when I was confused, I was like, "Wait, I'm not subscribed. I thought I was subscribed to him." But now I am. I see you every night. Me and hubby be looking at you, laughing our ass off. Okay, even if I'm not in chat,
Appreciate you.
on my TV, y'all be funny and crazy and having fun. So I do thank you for having me. Okay.
Definitely.
Hey,
And
Bon Cherry, put your email in the back.
it's just Bomb Cherry Live.
Bon Cherry Live, no juice.
At Gmail.
At Gmail, yeah, Bomb Cherry Live. And my phone number, let me put that also. 42224 8121. Yeah, something like that. Did I put that in
Yeah,
right?
somebody's snoring. Oh, that's
probably
that man sleep, man.
It almost sound like my rose a little bit. I said, hold on.
Girl,
Your Rose be snoring. That is crazy. That means
like his tonsils, girl. You was in trouble over there.
if your Rose snoring, it means you bored. Your Rose is bored of you, DJ Genesis. Yeah, damn, that's crazy. I never heard somebody say the sex toy was snoring on them. That is insane to me. We're gonna have to clip this. We're gonna clip this.
That rose is a little dangerous, right? Because it got a little hole at the rose part, I guess.
Yeah, just destroy the whole.
And then it just goes zzz, on low. I was like, "Oh no, I can't handle this." I can't handle that rose. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my bullet, girl. I got a silver bullet, double bullet. Yeah,
the bullets.
The bullets.
Hey y'all. Parental discretion is advised. You know what I'm saying? Just know that the Lord is watching. You know what I'm saying? Just know.
It is the Lord's Day. Oh, by the way, happy Easter to everybody. And happy what is it called? 420?
420.
Happy 420 to the rest of you.
Happy 420 back to you, Von Cherry.
Okay.
Happy 420. Anybody else? Any other final words before we get on up out of here? I'm about to run some music and send y'all to Drip Nation. You know what I'm saying? You know it is with Drip. We beefing one day, we not beefing the other day. But we all black trying to make it in these YouTube street and escape the motherfucking corporate world, right? Let me just play some music and let's head out there. DJ Genesis, you got anything you want to say, promote before we dip?
You know what? I would just say, like, please go check out some of the stuff I've been doing. I got like, if y'all into like the conscious stuff, if you want to hear like some interesting like conscious community stuff, 607 Unk is over there. It just went viral on TikTok. I'm so mad because they like took all the clips on TikTok and put it all over TikTok. But yeah, please go check him out. And then we have tomorrow I'm about to go over there and do some more content with him, and it's gonna be very cool. We put together. So please go check out my stuff and check out the page.
Can you put the link in the back for me?
Sure.
What about you, Frida Green? And I think Smitty went to sleep. And shout out to everybody watching from Smitty's side, watching from DJ Genesis side. Let me see who else is simulcasting. I think that's everybody. You know what I mean? And we about to get on up out of here. Y'all could still parlay in the back if you want, but I'm about to run some music and end this motherfucking stream. We're gonna leave y'all with some OJ the Juice Man. There we go.
Young Jew man, goddamn it on the shit. Booming off the chain, working with 50 bricks. 1,000-pound bale, trying to make a mega grill. Posted on the grass with that 4-5 on my
Duct.
head. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. Quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound. 100 pills, 1,000 pills, serving major way. Juice man and Gucci man, make the trap. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. Quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound. 100 pills, 1,000 pills, serving major way. Juice man and Gucci man, make the trap. I'm booming, I'm breaking, I'm serving all the babies. Rap game easy, but the dope game crazy. Young Jew man, live my life just like the day. Yeah, we stupid, prudent, crazy, sweat, jumping in your lane. Fucking cockroaches. Motherfucking freeman. Gotta die, motherfucker, man. You know? Come on, it's the cartel, niggas.
Duct. Duct.